I feel old, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the oldest one in the room. How do you feel old?
Look, that beard. That beard just takes 10 years away from me.
It does.
You should be in an Olay commercial.
It like really is, I think.
Olay.
I'm actually followed by
That's cute.
a new thing on Twitter, actually with my 50th follower, and it's beard the fuck up.
Well, you should be in an Olay commercial. Just straight up like, Olay's generous.
You don't use Twitter?
Keep your skin soft.
It's good for you. It's healthy.
No, it's not.
I
Twitter's
don't know what I'm
Twitter's
saying.
stupid. We talked about that in episode 2. 43 minutes and 22 seconds, if I recall. You have a 33.33% chance of succeeding. Leroy Jenkins! God damn it, Leroy.
Did he go in there?
Did he just go in? At least I'm not chicken.
All right, on that note, welcome to the Superfan Chronicles podcast. My name is Superbeard Vince Hoover. I am accompanied, as always, by PB and Jib himself, JB. I forget him big time. That's all right. His name is Jeremiah Holland, not JB.
It was JB when I was a kid. Fuck you. You saying I'm like a piece of shit?
All right. That third voice you hear, we're accompanied by a good friend of ours who is also a current student at... Student? My mouth doesn't...
It's not working today.
I'm going to do sign language for the rest of the podcast.
Rich, the queer bait fisher.
You can use Braille to listen. No, Rich Bennett. He is a good friend of ours at St. Leo. He's going to be graduating here rather shortly. Yeah.
We call him Richie Rich.
Criminal justice major.
Yep.
He's going to be a mall cop.
Gay.
Awesome.
Sorry.
Says the guy who wants to feel people's scrotums for a living.
I didn't know. It's not people's.
There's only one individual one. He's holding out for that special scrotum.
Yes. The special tank.
Let's not talk about taints again. That didn't go well last time for me. Yeah. Shaving mishap involved in my taint. We'll just say that.
It happens to the best of us. We all nick it.
I don't think oy vey was my reaction. I think my reaction was, ah! That was my reaction.
What was it? What was it again? Can you
Can I
go
do
back?
that again?
Can we go back? Can we go back?
You want to hear it again?
Yeah.
You want me to do it again?
Yeah. Just one more
No,
time.
it's one more time.
Okay.
I blew my limit. It's over.
All right. You said you blew over the limit.
No, that's not at all what I said.
Are you drunk now?
I think Rich heard me correctly, and it's actually far worse than what you heard.
It was much worse.
Huh.
But that's okay. We'll go with that. This week we have nothing to talk about.
Clash of Clans.
We're just going to ramble on for an hour and a half. That's what we do.
All right, well, let's start off with our shopping spree today. Well, first, follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and get all that out. Of course, you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/superfanchronicles. Follow us on Twitter at superfanpodcast. For me, you can go to PBandJib3. That's PBANDJIB3 for Jeremiah. Rich, what is your Twitter handle if anybody wants to follow you?
I'm pulling it up as we
Wow,
speak.
that's sad.
He doesn't even know it, ladies and
I don't
gentlemen.
even know.
Okay,
Does
well, he
not
doesn't
even
want to
know.
be followed.
At Bennett_Rich.
Bennett_Rich, the most original and unique Twitter handle ever.
At least I'm not a chicken.
You can also find us now on iTunes as well as on YouTube. Episode 5 is up on YouTube. This episode will also be up on YouTube as every other episode from henceforth. I will add that loading videos up on YouTube is a major pain in the ass. It takes a shit ton of rendering time. And so if you people don't watch it on YouTube, screw you. Because I put a lot of work into this. And so
That's all right. I made him cancel the last one.
Like 3 times.
Like 3 times.
No, we fought about it 3 times. I only canceled it once.
Well, it shows you who's the man in the relationship.
Yeah, the man is the one who gave in to the nagging over and over again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Touche. So let's talk about my shopping spree today. So I went shopping with...
we're not going to discuss why we had to stop this?
No.
Why we had to stop the camp,
No,
we don't want to hash back to the
okay,
dog rape
I'm sorry.
issue.
It looked like my dog and I were going to town, Pound Town specifically.
All it was Titus was sitting on...
He was straddling me inappropriately.
Okay, yeah.
And then put in with a podcast talking about dog rape. It just looks horrible.
It looked interesting.
I mean, it was intriguing, but, for my future endeavors, I think that would have screwed me. Probably not, because it's probably already over the internet. It's probably on some porn site that
Pornhub.
that Josh already knows about. Some like e-fuck shit.
Yeah.
Regardless, so Rich and I went to go cook steaks today.
Yes, we did.
And so I have I actually have 2 wine racks in my house. And
Fancy.
I know. Shoes. No, so that was creepy. So I haven't put any wine in them, so I thought I'd add some color to the house. It's like cheap decoration because you can buy wine pretty cheap. So I bought 3 bottles of wine to add to my growing collection. And
Your growing collection?
Yes.
Growing collection.
What?
Your
Growing collection.
No, I said drink. God damn it, Leroy. No, and so we were walking inside the house, and one of the bottles decided to slip
Real quick,
out.
I don't mean to cut you off. I'm really
Okay.
sorry. This is really, really important. My wife's awesome. She just bought me Chick-fil-A for when I get home. I just want to throw that out there.
Well, I
love
don't
you.
know why she didn't buy
I
me
have never
Chick-fil-A.
actually had Chick-fil-A.
Holy shit, Rich.
Get the
Yep.
fuck out.
You've been here how many years?
5? I've never had Chick-fil-A.
Go on
What the
Sunday.
fuck?
Go on Sunday.
They're closed on Sunday.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. No,
Yeah, I
listen.
know.
But yes, go get Chick-fil-A. It's freaking
I've heard
amazing.
it's delicious. I just
It is.
It's just like every other fast food. It makes you shit your brains out the next day. Yes, it does. Their
I
chicken
love
tenders are...
Well, that's okay. Here's part of the problem. Your diet consists of nugget forms of everything. If you can find it in a fried nugget, you're gonna eat it. This is the problem.
I like to go back to my childhood. I like chicken nuggets.
I like chicken nuggets too.
I like
but-
anything fried. I should have been born black.
Oh, that wasn't racist at all.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. Alright, so I was watching
Well,
the
at least
Steve
you didn't
Harvey.
say Popeyes.
I was watching Family Feud.
Yeah, we're way off subject now. We're in the middle of a conversation about groceries. Now we're on Steve Harvey. Let's see
So
how this goes.
So I was watching Family Feud, and he's like, name a name that begins with the letter K. And this guy spat it out faster than I could even think of a name. And he was like, Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I was like, no. Steve Harvey. Oh man, I can't even
Steve
speak.
Harvey?
Shut the fuck up. Steve Harvey didn't even know what to say to it. But regardless, Family Feud is funny. Did you see the one with the 2 males, and they were like, name your wife in bed with one of the 7 dwarfs, and one was a Marine, and the other guy was just another husband, and both of them just stared at each other and just shook their head no. Like, no one was pressing the buzzer. No one wanted to play that game. I would have said Grumpy. Granted, I'm not married, so there's no repercussions on my side.
Is it happy?
So it was. So you're wanting to say,
Yeah, but no girls.
if you could name your wife one of the 7 dwarves while she's in bed, what would you name her? That was the question, right?
Grumpy.
Yeah.
That's,
Probably.
See, that's sad for you.
I'm not married. I'm just saying, if I had to imagine, I probably pissed her off earlier that day, and now I'm living with the consequences of it, and she's only doing it because otherwise
If you pissed her off, that means you're sleeping out on the couch.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremiah is single. If you're looking,
I'm actually a really good guy.
Listen to that gem of a man right there who
Oh.
almost guarantees before going on Family Feud he's pissed you off in some way, shape, or form, and thus calls you grumpy to make things ever so better.
No, it's just so I can make up for it even better. You know, you piss them off, then you go take them out to a really nice restaurant, and then they love you even more because you're like, I realized I messed up.
Do you know what, though? On that same token, you know what works even better? Instead of just taking them out to a restaurant, don't fuck up in the first place.
Yeah, that's true.
Just make them happy.
It's
Listen,
Don't play the
money.
ketchup game.
Vince.
Don't play the ketchup game.
I like ketchup. Specifically Heinz ketchup.
I'm going to start calling you Mr. Hines.
No, please don't. I don't want to be associated with that family. They're the most corrupt, disgusting individuals in America.
We have, ladies and gentlemen, covered 17 subjects in the first 9 minutes of this podcast. And none
Corona!
Of them, and none of them, that makes 10, and none of them
You went
have,
from 17 to 10. How do we backtrack on that?
because I'm using Florida math.
Oh, that
Florida public citizen.
Yeah,
Florida public schools.
I do have a discussion about that, but please, let's go back to your groceries before I get into my little
I
endeavor.
don't remember the grocery store. I just know the
You went and got steaks.
All right, so I got steaks. I came home. One of my bottles of wine fell out on the ground and shattered and spilled wine in front of my front door. So now my front door smells like mad booze. I smell like a wino, and my shoes smell like wine. So
It was quite
and
the
you know, most people would get angry and be like, "God damn it, this is fucking bullshit." I was just like, "God damn it, Pinot Grigio." Like, I was being so sweet to it, and I felt gay when I did it. God damn it, Pinot Grigio.
Well, first off, you bought Pinot Grigio.
I also have white Zinfandel. And what was the other flavor?
White Merlot, I think.
White Merlot.
Did they come with a penis? Just a little penis spout you can pour it out of. Just to help you out there. I will say this: you don't look like a wino anymore. You did get a haircut, so we'll give you that. So
I look like an emo before I got a haircut. Now I just look like
that wasn't my
say
thought.
that.
No.
Now I just look like a
Rich,
Joe.
Rich and I saw an emo at school.
Oh, there's a
He's
kid.
a part of my fraternity.
He's part of your fraternity.
There's a kid at school that looks like the kid from South Park.
Which one?
The emo kid from South Park with his hair that goes like this.
I think we're talking about the same thing.
think we're
Oh my
talking about the same
goodness!
person.
I am just like I feel like I'm watching South Park every time I see him.
They were giving out Maroon 5 tickets.
Yeah.
Not giving them out. They were having to pay for them, but like they got them for like
Oh.
$7 or some crap like that.
It
Speaking
was
of that,
sophomore the class trip, I believe.
So I presented an idea to Mr. Rich, and I think that we should get on board with this. Is maybe not this year, but we need to contact some of the top country artists. I know you're not a big fan of country, but country artists are most likely to do this. And I like country music, so I'm biased. But we get some of the country, email some of the top country artists, or try and get a hold of them. Get an event going on at the school for them to do a concert for the school and the local community, and donate all the proceeds to Wounded Warriors.
Or
I think
any other.
I specifically Wounded Warriors. I prefer.
yeah.
The school has the grounds for it. They have the parking for it. Charge for parking. You know, all the proceeds, other than what it costs to do what it needs to do, go to Wounded Warriors. And I'm sure, I know there's some country artists that probably would not turn that down. We have a high veteran population at the school. The veterans aren't part of the school. They don't really participate in anything. I think this would be a really good event to get them. And even as shitty as this says, hey, wear your uniform, get them for free.
Well, I know that like right now because our president is actually the former head of West Point and all that.
Superintendent of West.
Or superintendent, I apologize. That they are actually in a process of boosting the veterans things. As a matter of fact, you can now get a master's degree in war writing.
What?
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't understand.
What are you going to write?
I don't quite get it. It's a creative writing.
And there
but
I was
specifically,
in the foggy mist.
yeah.
Like, no. Gay!
Well, it is St. Leo.
War writing?
They're trying.
War writing.
Yeah.
What is that going to get you in life? Unless you're...
It's like
what was
How
that?
many master's degrees besides maybe an MBA are going to get you anywhere in life? In all
Healthcare
seriousness.
administration.
Isn't that under business though?
Suck my balls.
That's how you're going to get around the world.
It's like I'm real good. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I had to do that. Shh, suck up. I'm fucking it real good. I'm fucking it.
Coming from an outside perspective, I think that would be a great idea.
Well, especially if we get a fraternity involved. One, that will help the fraternity.
Yeah, of
Two,
course.
the fraternity has a little bit more pull and a lot more funding than Vince Hoover and PB and Jeb.
Yeah, for sure.
Otherwise, we'd have a soundboard and we'd probably have bought our own radio station if I won the Powerball. But we can't.
It didn't quite work out, but I'm trying again this week.
Well, I'm pretty
Not as
sure
much, but-
we would never be
What's it up
aired
to
on
now?
the radio.
It's only like 40 million right now.
What's
Three
40
people.
million?
3 people won the half a bill last week.
Did they?
Still, I don't care. Only
yeah.
40 million.
Yeah.
Wow, you are pathetic.
Hey, I'm the one playing. Have you?
I'd
bought a
be
ticket
happy.
yet?
No.
All right then.
Do they work for each one? So, like, if I buy a ticket today and no one wins next week, I can still keep using them?
Now you got to buy a new ticket
That's
before every
bullshit.
Wednesday. Well, how do you think they get their money?
Prostitution rings? I don't know.
This isn't Vegas.
Child trafficking?
I
Doesn't
can't
the
say more.
lottery go towards the education?
No, it doesn't. Okay, let's actually do the math on this. So, North Carolina, when I was up there, they have the North Carolina Education Lottery. And you look at the percentage of money that actually goes to education, it's disgusting. It's almost nothing.
Well, I can tell you in Florida that as of I think it was right when I got back. It was like June of last year. $33 billion had gone to education. In the
Well,
state of
why don't they focus that money on teaching people how to drive?
How did they focus that money on teaching people? Period, because they're putting it into buildings and
Yeah, they're not putting it into.
they're not putting it into teachers. They're not putting the curriculum in this state is ridiculous.
Would you want to teach kids nowadays, Vince? Because I'm
That's
pretty
what
sure
I'm
I get
actually
fired
That's
within.
what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
becoming a teacher.
I don't expect you to hold a job very long.
That's sad.
You will get fired for beating the shit out of some kid.
It's going to be difficult not to, but I will be teaching at a college
exactly.
level.
You know what you should do? You should get a bullet, like a vest, like a Kevlar vest, and put it underneath your shirt. And then when they all come in, you just sit down, and then you just get your rule sheet out with all your rules, and you just put it on your chest and just staple it to your chest and just stare at them. Guarantee that'd scare the fuck out of them. They'd be like, he just stapled it to his body. Like, this guy is fucked up. And then you're just like, ha. Okay.
I think that would be interesting to see.
And this is why I'm not a teacher, and this is why I will never be a teacher. PB and Jib at his best.
Oh boy, that's scary. No, I don't think I'll do that.
Okay. Well, it was an offer.
I don't need to relive an episode of Jackass.
Was it on Jackass?
Yeah,
They've stapled all kinds of stuff.
Shit to their thighs. And
Yeah,
ass.
he stapled something to, like an envelope to his scrotum once.
Yeah.
I've met Steve-O, by the way. He's coming to town, matter of fact, February 26th through March 1st.
I don't like Steve-O.
Oh, he's awesome. He's hilarious. His stand-up is terrible. At the same time, it's hilarious because it's so terrible. But he's a funny guy. When he gets past his stand-up and starts telling stories of the stuff he's gone through, it's funny and it's uplifting. His book is amazing. And he's completely sober now. And sober to the point where he can't even have sex. Like, sex isn't allowed. He's under strict no sex, no drinking.
You really think he's going through with it?
Oh, by far, because he has a psychiatrist that goes everywhere he goes. Like, he has one of his people that work for him is just like.
So he can't even have sex?
No, because he was a sex addict too. He has a huge, highly addictive personality. Yeah. So even then, he was sleeping with anything and everything he could. Like, so he's cut that out too. But
good for him.
Well, yeah, good for him because half the Jackass crews already died from ODing. So at least
I will say that
a good majority of them are.
Ryan Dunn's death hit me pretty hard.
Yeah, I know somebody who got his face tattooed.
I always liked the guy. It hit me pretty hard seeing that, and it was.
Yeah, but at the same time, like,
I wasn't shocked.
It's not. It's not like they didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, I wasn't shocked. I mean, he was in a Lamborghini and wrecked it because he was high. Not shocked that it happened. It just sucked.
Yeah.
I really liked the guy. I remember it happened right before the third movie came out.
Well, I think after that, a lot of those guys shaped up pretty quick.
Yeah, when he died, it was just like, whoa. Yeah, there's an eye-opener.
Yeah, that's actually...
I mean, you would think breaking your penis and all kinds of other stuff would be eye-openers, but no. I mean, it really comes down to...
I think that comes back to, like, most people won't change unless there's death involved.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it takes something so profound as death to shake people and go, all right, I got to do something else. Yeah. I need to fix this.
Yeah, true story.
That was great input. Fantastic. Thank you.
I didn't know what to say, so I just tried to contribute. Awkward.
Awkward turtle?
Fuck you. I'll shoot your awkward turtle and eat it.
Speaking of, have you heard a turtle humping a shoe? What the
hell? My gosh, have you seen that?
And he's really getting after it. Like, his mouth is all the way, like, it almost dislocates his jaw, getting it all the way up, and he just is pounding the hell out of that croc.
Hey. He's young.
Have you heard the other one of the little girl watching it happen at a zoo where there's two tortoises going at it?
The
little girl's like, oh my god. She's like 4. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh my god. Ew. Oh my god. It's like,
how did she even know what that was? That's what I want to know.
I think at 4 years old.
Has she heard her mom and dad?
I'm thinking at 4 years old, she's like she's in a crib next to a wall that's connected to the parents' room, and then I think about the fact that she's might still be awake. And there's dad on mom going, oh, and she's like, oh my god, really, Larry, stop, shut up, Larry, oh, your breath is hot, Larry, stop it. I'm done. Stop. Get off.
Oh wow. Oh man. Have you seen the video of the monkey?
Weird to see in person. Like
I've been to the Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens. Oh my god, we came out of the coast of Africa, or the Central Africa thing where you walk out and you see the giraffes and shit. We come out, there's a little sand patch. Now it's not there anymore. They've replaced it. But it was 2 turtles. By the way, just so everybody knows, Jeremiah's over here dying in the corner. Do you need a lozenge? I'm sure Titus would help. All right. Anyway,
that's low.
But
can I tell you a zoo story?
Yes, go ahead. You can tell your zoo story because I'm gonna.
So I was in Chicago. Wow, I said that really horrible.
Chicago. Jenny, I'm going to Chicago.
Jenny. All right, so
I love you, Jenny.
I may be dumb, but I sure do know what love is. All right, this is getting creepy. So I was in Chicago.
When is this not getting creepy?
That's a good point. It's been creepy for like 20 minutes now.
Yes. All right, so I was in C.
Chi-Town.
Chi-Town.
Windy City.
The Windy City.
Home of the Cubs.
Thank you.
Wrigley Field. It's really
Okay.
bring it on.
This,
I was there over
can I
the
just
break.
tell my story, or
Yes.
is this not gonna happen?
Yes, tell your story.
All right, so I was in Chicago, and I went to the zoo as my 8th grade class trip, and there was this old lady. Today, Junior. All right, so there's this old lady standing in front of the rhino cage, and this rhino had backed its ass all the way up to the gate, and it was just like a regular gate that you would see, and it lifted its tail and its leg, and it knocked this old lady over with its piss. Like, it was a straight jet of piss, and I watched this lady get hit in the face with piss and just fall backwards. I did not help her.
Well, she's covered in rhino pee.
I think in 8th grade, if I was in 8th grade and I saw that, I would be too busy peeing myself from laughing so hard to help her up.
I didn't know what to do. I mean, I couldn't believe that. I didn't know what was happening. It took me a while to recognize this rhino just marked his territory. He just took this old lady for his own. It was sad. Because I knew the outcome. I knew
that
what
sounds sad at all.
Okay.
I think that sounds awesome.
It was pretty awesome.
She probably deserved it. She was probably a
Did you hear
bitch.
about what happened
Wow.
on campus today?
No, what happened?
Someone had a seizure, and Ryan Lowe saved the day. He had blood all over his pants. Looked like his girlfriend had rubbed up against him while she was on her
What the
period.
hell kind of seizure did they have?
He hit his face.
Yeah, he went out to smoke a
Jesus.
cigarette in front of the student community center and just hit the ground.
You know what weirds me out, though, is no one shoved anything in his mouth. Oh, okay. That look in your face just killed it. I just sound like a straight
I'm
racist.
such an asshole. Here's somebody busted their face from falling down having a seizure, and my first thought when he says nothing, somebody sucking him around, I was like, you wanted to, didn't you?
No.
See, ladies and gentlemen, I took the day off of school today because, one, most of my classes were canceled anyways, and two,
we were on a 25-minute schedule.
we were in 25-minute classes.
Can we finish with this shoving shit in this kid's mouth?
But, like, seriously, though, no, we're going to let that go.
No, it angered me because no one put, like, a pencil or a pen in
Well,
his
you know
mouth.
that they found out, like, last year that that's actually not a
You're
good
not
idea.
supposed
You're
to
not
do
supposed to
that.
do
Why?
that. Because they can choke on the item or worse.
That's if the item breaks off.
Well, the
It's
problem
better
is
that they bite on the item than bite their tongue off.
Well, apparently with seizures, I don't know exactly because it was told to me by somebody else who read the article, so I'm not
You're not a
prolific
scientist on it?
in the article, but I know that apparently it's actually far worse for the seizure patient to have anything in their mouth stopping them, because
I do remember seeing something.
it's something. I don't know if it can dislocate their jaw or whatnot, but it has.
Who
far
cares? I
more-
saved their life. I cut their tongue.
That's the thing.
You want to
Apparently, apparently they can't swallow
Like,
their tongue, and that actually doesn't happen.
It's not swallowing. It's a worry about biting their tongue off. Like, if you gotta think, when you have a seizure, your tongue goes limp. It can go into the side of your mouth. If you bite down, you will bite your tongue off.
I'm actually going to say something that's going to make me look like even more of an asshole, but there are some people in this world who need to have seizures and bite their tongues off.
Am I one of those?
So moving on.
I
Wow.
plead the fifth.
Can you grab me a napkin?
Yeah, where are they?
Thank
All right,
you.
here you go. I got it. So yeah, I didn't. I took the day off because there was no sense in going in. What was it like? Freedom.
It was
something? Or what was
Focus the Nation.
Focus the Nation.
nation.
It's some BS thing that the school puts on for
President's Day.
Yeah, President's Day. They just have a bunch of guest
About all the
speakers.
fantastic presidents we've had in this United States of goddamn amazing America.
I think he's having a seizure right now.
Did you lick all the Pinot Grigio off the floor to clean it up? Is that what happened?
Actually,
I gotta get. I gotta get it.
I really do want some wine, but I don't think I have a bottle opener. I don't think I have a cork remover.
Do you have a screw?
Oh my god.
We're gonna try this while you two talk. So if you hear someone fall over and a bottle crash on the ground, Jeremiah passed out.
We'll make sure not to put anything in your mouth in case you have a seizure while doing it.
Pass out the kids. Don't wake me up.
Yeah, Ty doesn't take care of it.
He'll stick something down your throat.
Daddy?
How do you open
Daddy?
You gotta give us. Oh, it's such a good idea.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. I really wish I had a video camera right now.
Come on, Jeremiah, you got it.
You don't have a.
You don't have like a
Screw?
yeah, that might have it right there. A Leatherman should have like a corkscrew usually.
You
Are you guys
Swiss Army
like-
knife?
Huh?
This is seriously the most fascinating thing that could be happening right now, and I really wish you people could see this. No, what are you doing? You're gonna die. You're going to die. Oh, it's never coming out. You're going to die.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We gotta drink this whole bottle, guys.
There's not. There's not a corkscrew on that Leatherman?
No.
Do you have a screw?
No. Oh!
Yeah, but guess what?
Oh, there we go.
You're screwed now. You've already done cut that thing
Get
into
out
it.
of here, Vince.
He's got a bottle opener.
I'm glad y'all couldn't hear that, but that was racist statement number 2 from Jeremiah Holland.
You're white.
We do not like your kind here. Hey, that's not how oh my god. Rich, please enlighten him on how to use it. Thank you.
Oh my god, you guys are so stupid. Come on, Vince.
It's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse because he jacked the knife up in it first.
Come on, open it.
Jesus
Wino wants
Christ.
his drink.
Calm down.
Again, it's worse because you had to. You know.
He's not even
You're
grabbing.
not even gonna grab a cup.
I don't have any cups.
You're gonna straight wino that shit. You do too have cups. Maybe not.
That is really good.
You're welcome.
Good.
I picked this one out.
No, you didn't. Yes, you did.
I did.
You did. We were
The
supposed
reason-
to have it over some candles and a massage and some lotion.
For Titus.
I guess maybe
No.
I shouldn't have come over here. We are recording this a day early in case anybody cares, which none of you do. But
Because none of you listen to it.
you know, we don't. You know,
I'm just kidding.
again, this is just for us anyway.
I'm just saying it's pathetic that we have more people from Canada listening to our podcast than people on our friends list.
Well, on our Facebook we have 40. We're up to 45 followers. I'm up to 50 on Twitter, so that makes me happy.
Nice.
The big 50.
I gotta check my twatter.
But yeah, so now again we're just rambling at this point. I've lost all train of thought because we have not sat down and gone through one subject all the way through without jumping to something else.
Alright, let's talk about Clash of Clans. That's my expertise.
What the fuck did you just say? Expertise.
He starts drinking wine and he thinks
To my face.
He took a sip. He's taking one sip of wine and is like,
Dude, my face is getting so hot. Like I'm sweating so bad right now. Is anyone else hot? Like I feel like I'm dripping in sweat underneath my garments.
It is actually. Well, first off, let's say this: it is kind of warm in here, and you're wearing a freaking Indiana hoodie.
Represent. Okay.
Represent what?
Gary.
Who's Gary?
The shithole of Indiana. Gary, Indiana. No. Whatever that song goes. Dude, my face is really hot. Does anyone else feel this? Feel it.
Mine's warm. Like I'm telling you, it's
Your
warm.
face
in
is
here.
warm.
It's
Feel
warm
it.
in here.
Touch my face. Touch it real good. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my god!
I'm touching it. I'm touching it real good. Dude, it is really hot though.
Why don't you go turn your air down?
I don't have the air on.
Well, that's part of the problem. There's no circulation here. The door is closed. It's like a steam bowl, and then you're drinking on top of it. Remember, when you're drinking wine, pinky's out. Keep it classy. Oh god!
Bro, it's not working.
Kick it down a couple more degrees. It'll kick on.
I put on 50.
No God.
You're gonna be a goddamn icebox boy. Eskimo pussy!
We're gonna go from sweating in here to just frozen to death.
Hey, I mean,
The whole podcast is gonna be us like chattering our teeth. That's alright. That's fine.
so can we talk about something like normal? Not about me raping dogs, because I don't do that. Let's just clarify this, since this was not clarified the last podcast. Vincent Super Bearded Hoover is not allowed to talk this podcast until I can say he talks, because I do not molest, rape, fondle, touch, think about, fantasize, or do anything to animals.
Alright, now Rich, back me up. What was he doing right before we started the podcast?
Questionable activities
Yeah,
with the dog.
I can feel it. I can feel it on my leg.
No, okay.
See,
Defense.
look, when he gets horny, he bites. Look.
Okay.
Come here, Titus. Take it. Take it, Titus.
They're taking this out of context.
Last night, We were over at Josh's house, and Titus nearly pulled Jeremiah's pants down.
Yes.
It was quite.
And I was
the
trying to
sight.
get away. It's not like I was just sitting there like, take it, Titus. Take it real good. No, he just ripped my pants off. Or tried to.
I'm going to start
literally-
video recording. I have a phone. From now on, when this happens, I'm
It
recording
doesn't.
it.
Okay, he's
it
okay.
is-
He was humping my leg. His little pitter, his little Roger, whatever you want to call
Who
it.
dropped to the floor on all fours and said, "Get it, Titus." I'm just asking the question. If I can get an honest answer, please.
I did not recall.
Right, Reagan. Alright, he's gonna plead the fifth now.
Okay, let's just. I don't.
This
do
is
it.
gonna become a running segment.
I plead the fifth.
And the worst part is, I'm not the one that brought it up.
I don't do shit with my dog. Stop. Please. God, I'm sitting here in my Shutter Homes and it's Behringer and White Zinfandel and I'm drinking my sorrows away because you guys are breaking my heart. Don't go breaking my heart.
With every sip of wine, he gets a little more loose-wristed there. Ever notice that?
What, do you want me to be loose-wristed or something?
No, I'm over here. I'm on the other side of the table for a reason.
Oh, it feels good right now. You feel that?
What the fuck?
You don't feel the air?
You need to clarify your statements before you make them.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm sweating. Stop making fun of me. I'm not the entertainment here. It's supposed to be a group effort.
I'm literally choking now.
God, my lungs hurt. Please don't spill your Coke on my oh my god, this is getting bad. Please don't spill the Coke all over the place. I want it for later. Will you please line me up a line?
Oh god.
Oh man. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Can we please talk about something like intelligent?
I mean, we're only 32 minutes in. Yeah, why not? We haven't touched on a single.
we just sound like a bunch of drunk bastards.
Oh my god.
I like how no one
So yeah,
is like, yeah.
let's
we
go
did.
to let's go with Clash of Clans if you want to talk about that. I need to breathe.
There's really nothing
Holy
to talk
shit.
about Clash of Clans. I just hit level 119. I'm a level 119 Paladin Warrior.
I have 12 charisma.
I have 12 Oh yeah, you said that. And Leroy Jenkins like, yeah, I have 12 charisma. And I'm just like, what the fuck? No, literally, there's
Coming
no...
from a World of Warcraft background, that video just...
Can I just say this about gamers?
I don't game.
I'm not saying you. I'm like people who are like that. Like they plan their whole
Like
day
the-
around
like-
it.
like a-
And look, I'm gonna give a quick shout out to my former staff sergeant, Sergeant Lozano. He runs one of the biggest Call of Duty clans in the world called Foot Clan Gaming. I'm gonna give him a quick shout out, but he's gonna hate me after this because I think it's kind of pathetic. I mean, the amount of time people spend.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my god! Like, and the legitimacy to these people getting pissed off. Like they're like straight up. What the fuck? Blah 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 blah. Blah. Like, explode. Like people have died gaming.
Someone just killed
There's
themselves
this
over...
new trend called swatting, where the kids who have been... It's usually done on streamers. The guys who are on like Twitch TV.
Oh, Twitch is awesome.
They'll do is they'll live stream a video game of playing the video game, and then somebody that's pissed off at them will call the cops using their phone number. They'll somehow get their information and then post it on the web, and it's become a real issue. Vice magazine did a video on it a couple months ago.
It's insane.
But
Well, there's a guy that killed himself when someone stole his World of Warcraft account.
Yeah.
Again, and those guys, like...
Well, did
If you're making money off of it, go for it. Kill yourself if someone stole it, because that is their livelihood. I mean, I'm not saying don't kill. Please don't kill yourself. As a disclaimer, like
Yeah,
I don't promote that.
No self harm, please.
No self harm. Although I
in
did
all
drop
fairness,
a bottle of wine
quick
earlier.
disclaimer for the whole show: if you take anything we say seriously, go fucking kill yourself. All right, that's my disclaimer.
Yeah.
But here's the
You're
thing,
none.
There's a
Go,
game-
go back to EverQuest.
Oh yeah, that's
People
way
were
back.
selling dollar for dollar coins. Like I've got a million coins. I got a million gold in EverQuest. I'll sell it to you for $1 million. And the shit would sell like that. I've got a level 99 fuckwad. You want to buy it? $2.4 million.
You realize I can sell my Clash
Gone.
of Clans account probably right now for probably a good $5-6 grand.
And that's fucking sad.
That's fine with me.
Well, yeah, if you want to do it, go ahead. I mean, yeah, go make the money.
Let me get to top 10 in the world, and then I'll sell it for like $13,000.
13, but like 13
So now you're
grand
just aspiring too high.
13
We all have our
grand
limits.
I really like
for
this
a
game.
video game.
No. To
Start
fully
with-
max your base, from 0 to fully maxed costs 1.1 million gems, which is roughly around $13,000 to $13,500. So people would rather buy a maxed out base than spend the 2-3 years it takes to fully max a base.
And again, this is sad.
Hey,
Like there's a
I'm not
gang,
saying for you. I'm
I
saying for
enjoy
people
Clash
There's
of
a
Clans.
group at St. Leo that's known as the Gamers, and I've seen they used to play up by where the TVs are in the SEC.
They're still there.
No, they moved them to the back now. That's why they
Oh,
have
yeah,
the TVs
yeah,
in
it's
the
in the
back
back,
with the
yeah.
comfy couches. By the way, great couches to fall asleep on. Just saying.
what
If
about
you
to have
need a nap.
sex on?
I mean, if you,
I don't have sex, but if I did, would it be awesome?
I don't know.
Okay.
You just have to make sure you can get Titus on campus.
Yeah.
Okay. These Titus jokes, he can't even defend himself right now. He's in a cage.
He doesn't want to.
I think he's enjoying the cage right now.
I think he's enjoying not defending himself.
Fuck you.
But it is a bit over the top with these gaming fanatics. What do you call them?
Okay, but gaming
Yeah.
is almost like an addiction. Now, I enjoy playing Clash of Clans. I play a lot of Clash of Clans. We're having, by the way, shout out. We're having a donation competition. Whoever wins gets $20. No big deal. So, you're making me feel like shit right now because I play a lot of this game.
Okay, look. First off, you don't live by Clash of Clans.
I basically
You
do.
have a lot of time on your hands.
If someone took
You're a single guy.
who does nothing.
Yeah, basically. You know.
Wow, fuck you.
Well, no, like I was gonna put it a much nicer way, but let's cut brass tacks.
Single
here.
and ready to mingle.
All the ladies out there, call
Yeah.
Jeremiah.
No, I don't.
No,
I don't
respect
live
that.
my life around Clash of
No,
Clans.
you don't.
But if my account got stolen, I'd be very disappointed in humanity.
Well, but I think that would be anybody though, because that's
Well,
something
of
you put a
course,
lot of time and
theft.
effort into.
I'm gonna be upset if somebody steals something that's mine. I'm not going to kill myself.
Oh no, I wouldn't kill myself.
Like that's
I
ridiculous.
would hunt them down.
There's
I
those
will
people-
find them and I will
you
kill
can go
them.
look at like top 10 gaming
Liam
deaths.
Neeson.
There's a guy who played for 40 hours straight and died.
What?
He played Call of Duty for 40 hours straight, never
How?
stopped.
How do you
Never
get out?
stopped. From sleep deprivation, he didn't move. He had blood clots that went to his heart.
After 40 hours though,
He didn't move for 40 hours.
Shit,
was he
I-
a really fat guy?
I don't know.
'Cause
It
I
was,
don't-
it was a skinny little Asian kid.
Oh wow.
Asian persuasion.
And he died. 40 hours straight gaming.
I've played.
Blood clots in his hands, blood clots in his legs. And they all shut up. Like when he finally did go to get up, they shot to his heart and he died.
Damn.
But it was also sleep deprivation. He didn't have the ability to fight it either.
Wow.
So the cause of death was sleep deprivation and blood clots.
There's
I mean,
I think StarCraft. Right? Is that the game?
The
I
space
think-
version of Warcraft?
yeah.
Yeah. It's that's the national game in North Korea, I believe, or South Korea.
South Korea.
It's
It
the
is.
national game of South
That's
Korea.
sad. It's a national sport.
They don't
It's a
have
national sport.
anything else to go off of.
It's a national sport. They can do karate. They can play soccer.
Taekwondo.
Like they suck in the World Cup. So
They usually don't even make it.
yeah, and their females
So
look like
they-
men. So
go to game.
and they scream like men.
Their gymnastic team is decent.
The American gymnastic team is always awesome. I remember I would just tune into that when I was a kid just to watch.
for science reasons.
Science reasons, yes.
Oh yeah, for science, of course.
Biology,
Yes, and
Chemistry.
and chemistry and
anatomy.
anatomy. I'm just gonna repeat everything you say.
He especially liked the male gymnastics.
Whoa. Okay.
Whatever
so you
happened?
just said-
Whatever happened in response?
They were saying everything he said.
See, this is the problem. You don't stick to your guns.
You want me to stick to him? I'll stick to him real good. Dun, 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 dun.
That is one gun he does stick to on a constant fucking basis.
I'm sorry. I'll stop.
No, you won't.
Okay.
We know you. You're not gonna stop. It won't ever stop.
Dude, can you please sip this?
No, I'm not sipping your wine, especially if you're not even gonna put it in a cup.
It's okay.
It's America's favorite, though.
First off, just take a sip.
It's really not.
It's really good.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Just take a sip. It's really good.
Oh my god. He loves it because it's fruity and refreshing. It says it right on the label.
It's actually pretty good. See, he
I've had
does
better.
the face to be like, it's not that good, but he's going to go home and he's going to buy a couple bottles.
Hell
and,
no.
And we're going to see him on the news with a picture from a traffic light cam
See, here's what-
with him drinking a bottle and trying to hold his hand up so the camera can't see
Here's
him.
what Jeremiah fails to realize. I actually have class. I don't buy grocery store wine. If I drink wine, which is very few and far between, there's quite a bit of money involved.
Have you... Okay, first off.
I probably pay more for a glass than you did for the whole bottle.
Okay, first off.
Whoa, Mr. Fancy Pants over
Exactly.
Okay.
In my Levi's.
Publix does have a very good selection of wine.
It's not bad. They actually have one wine that I really want to get, and I haven't bought it yet, but it's $300 a bottle, which is why I haven't bought it yet, but I want it only for the bottle.
Can you please slow
there.
down?
There's a bottle?
The bottle is awesome.
What,
Let me explain. The bottle is a hand-blown glass bottle. It's got-
Does
it's,
it suck your dick?
It goes way down.
Vince, does it suck your dick?
I didn't say 3,000. I said 300.
Okay.
It just
But
touches it.
there
It
is
just touches
there's
it.
also a hand.
He
There's
just
a
lubes
hand,
up. He just lubes up the end of it. Just
yeah, a little bit.
okay.
There's a hand etched piece of metal on it in the shape of a spade, with an A in the middle of it. This means something to me because when I wrestled back in the day, I was the Ace Vinny Lee, and I used to have spade, and it was my whole logo thing and whatnot. So Jeremiah's very jealous because I would never show him pictures of me being in tights.
Oh my gosh! Why do we resort to this shit?
You started it.
Holy gay! I'm not gay.
But
I hate when people say I'm as straight as an arrow because when you shoot an arrow, it wiggles a lot.
that's right, ladies. Straight as an arrow. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. No, that's terrible. It's awful.
It's,
Oh my gosh! You can cork beer. How awesome is that?
and Jeremiah
Okay.
just learned something new today.
Rich, we have to get him out of the house more often.
Okay, I get out of the house. I go to school.
What else do you
You
do
do.
outside the house?
Chase Titus.
How'd that go today, by the way?
Oh my gosh!
That was hilarious.
So
We're out cooking, but the grill outside, and Titus runs to the opposite side of the lake, and his master Jeremiah starts calling him over and jumps right in the middle of the lake.
mind you, not just in the middle, like in the middle of the nastiest, greenest, nasty, awful algae you have ever seen in your life, and it literally covered his face.
That
Let me
nice puke
also-
green color too.
Yeah, let me also point out that around the entire lake in this complex, there are signs: "Do not feed the alligators." There's a reason those are there, because there are alligators in the lake.
Well, Titus swam his
Titus,
ass.
however, cannot read.
He swam. I'm working with him on that. But your face is
Reward
scaring me.
system. This is reward system based.
I love you, Titus.
Oh man.
Oh, he's unofficially the mascot of the entire show. Oh my god. Again, 45 minutes in, we haven't talked about shit.
We got this.
We keep coming up on subjects and then we just
We go back to-
tangents.
We're just like, alright, we're back in the road. Oh, look, world's largest donut.
No, we go from a normal conversation to PB and Chip rapes his dog. Or do you reward him?
Going
Of
back
course I reward him
Going
with
back
treats.
down the road. Okay, we're back on track now. Oh, world's largest biggest yard. Yeah.
Shut her home.
World's largest Nazi collection. Yeah.
Wow. That was. Did you say Nazi?
I did.
Okay.
It was actually on the way here when I drove here. from
There's
Washington.
really a Nazi museum?
There's a Nazi museum.
Is it a museum or is it like a thrift store?
It's kind of both.
Did I say shore or store?
I'm not really sure.
I don't know.
Alright.
Hey,
We're working on it,
We'll get
Jeremiah.
it.
We'll get there.
he's also.
If
like
only they
4
could.
sips in.
If only they could auto-tune my voice the way they auto-tuned Selena Gomez's voice, I would sound.
I can make you
magical.
sound like T-Pain.
What?
I can make you sound like T-Pain on here
Why?
if you want me to auto-tune you.
No, please don't.
That would be hilarious.
Especially with
Well,
all
the problem is you would also sound like
Yeah,
you guys are on the same microphone.
It's not like I'm talking to myself, and that'd be really disturbing.
Actually, I think the way we're recording this, I would actually sound like it too because we're all on the same track. I'm recording on one track, so that would be awkward. We'd all be like robots and stuff.
That'd be pretty awesome. It'd sound like PB and Jib is just talking to himself. I mean, I do that all the time anyways, but it would just sound, now people know, they would have evidence of it.
Do we really want to give them evidence of you talking to yourself, though?
I don't talk to myself. I talk to the dog because I'm done bringing up this dog. Because y'all give me nothing but shit for the way I take care of him.
Oh, no, you're great.
Oh no, I never said anything about the way
I'm
you
the
take care
best
of him.
goddamn dad you could ask for. You guys are just jealous because you wish you had a dad as great as me.
Oh, I don't know
Nope,
about that.
nope. I can honestly say I don't.
Okay.
Without being a shadow of a doubt, I'm really glad my dad did not do the things you do to Titus.
Yeah, that'd be a little...
Yeah, it's like, nope, no, I'm good.
Okay, you weren't horny at 11 months old. Like, I don't know what to do with a dog when it gets really horny. He has his balls cut off. What more can I do to him? You can't kick him in the
Not-
face.
Well, you know one thing that would help? Don't encourage it.
I don't encourage. I just laugh and it's hilarious.
And
sometimes,
get down on all fours and go, come get it, Titus. Come get it.
Sometimes, okay.
The best way to break a habit is not to encourage it.
Okay, I don't encourage it, Vince. I just... It's so hot in here.
It's like he's in an interrogation. I'm hot. Can we turn the hair down?
I don't
No, I'm
do,
gonna question someone.
I don't do anything with the dog. Okay? I'm married to Walter's back, okay? Okay?
Okay, Mr. Mackey, okay.
I don't do anything with the dog. It just, sometimes he gets horny, and I'm just like, I'm so sick of trying to kick him and get him away from me. I'm just like, do it. Just do it. Like, get off. Get your load off and go to bed. You know, it's just like...
It sounds like a sad housewife.
Yeah, he's like that. I was gonna say that. Just like he's that. I was like, just fucking do it. Get it done.
And so I have to.
I've
like,
got stuff to do in the morning. I'm tired.
the problem is he doesn't blow loads. He's just horny for hours and hours, and he wears himself out doing it. So if he's gonna hump my leg for 10 minutes, fine. Hump my leg for 10 minutes and go to bed. It's better than him running around the house trying to rape me, because that's what he does. I was sleeping one night. Okay, we're not going into this story.
Oh no, please finish.
Should we preface this?
Okay. Oh my god. ASPCA is gonna fucking hate me.
Oh, don't worry, they don't listen.
So one night,
Trust me, we're not that far
okay,
along.
because sometimes, all right. So sometimes I sleep naked because I just prefer it. It feels better on my body. So,
Commando last
So-
night, so you know.
so sometimes I take my blanket off because it gets really. This is horrible. I can't do this. Okay. So sometimes I take the blanket.
You've already opened up the door.
And tune in next week for episode 7. No, okay. So sometimes I tried. So I take the blanket off, and Titus woke up, and I was naked, and I was laying on my stomach, and so Titus decided to
Oh, holy shit. So, I don't mean to cut you off, but I have something to talk about as soon as you're done with your story. Breaking news. It's fucking great. Go on. Sorry.
I'm done. End of story. We finished.
You don't want to wrap this up?
No, he humped me when I was naked and sleeping.
Interesting.
Yeah, I kind of lost something there. Sorry about that.
It's all good. I sleep naked. But no, he... Poor dog. Like, I don't know what to do with him.
Everything all right? Oh.
Alright, breaking news.
All
Go.
right, so breaking news. Apparently, in Paso County, there was somebody who lit a storage unit on fire. One of those.
Which unit?
It was called Extra Space Storage in Holiday,
good,
Florida.
'cause
Here's the
I
deal.
Ooh, I probably
On
know
the
where
very
it is.
first picture, I'm looking on Channel 10 News. I see the back of my dad.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a picture of my father looking at his stuff burnt to fucking crisp.
Oh my god.
So this is awesome. I knew my parents had their stuff in storage. Apparently I can tell you which storage unit it is now. This is just insane.
Wow, way to just kill the mood.
Yeah, I know, right?
We were all happy, and now I just feel like drinking myself
what
to
the-
sleep. Thank you, Rich. Please pour it in my mouth. Pour it real good.
Yeah. See, you look at the picture here. I'll show it
This
to
is
you guys.
depressing, Vince.
The guy here on the left. That's my dad.
Is he crying?
I don't think so.
What do you have in it?
I don't know, but they had a lot of their stuff in it.
Well, they're going to get a lot of insurance money, so I
hope so.
Not an issue. So can we please...
Hey, if they get a lot of insurance money, they can buy us the stuff we need.
They won't.
He will. Oh, speaking of, they have a screen press at their house. So
How
we
do you
can print our
turn this
shirts.
damn thing off?
How about you give it to me and I'll turn it
No,
on?
because I don't want you looking up breaking news that
Give it to me.
the world doesn't care about.
Oh, God. Give me the phone.
Ow.
This is the comedy of errors right here.
Oh, my God.
I can't see out of my right eye.
He somehow turned on my camera and then flashed himself in the eye. Fantastic.
It's only flashing. I'll get.
So back to Titus raping you while you're naked.
No, he didn't. He just. Sometimes
Did you consent?
I was asleep.
So that's rape. In the state of Florida, that's rape.
Yeah, I'm not gonna charge him.
See, you're one of those battered women. He didn't mean it.
Okay.
He didn't mean it when he hit you with a frying pan.
But let me just. Okay. So you saw it the other day.
Mm-hmm.
He literally woke up, and as soon as he woke up, he is still like half awake, or still half asleep, not even fully awake. Started humping everyone for no reason. Like, and he's like passing out while he's doing it. He has no balls, or he has balls. They're just deflated. But
So he's the Patriots?
oh,
Flaky.
that was
I had
good.
to throw that in there. I did like the new shirt that the Seahawks came out with. A Seahawks fan came up with. It's a picture of the Lombardi Trophy, but with a deflated football on top.
Nice.
It says defeated but never cheated.
Look at this guy. This is why you don't.
You look like you just mainline a shot of whiskey. What the hell? It's White Zinfandel, you little bitch. Man up.
I'm sweating.
Oh my God.
Can you guys like not make fun of me for once? This is worse because now it's two people. Now my word doesn't even count. It's 2 versus 1. Who's gonna
It's not
believe
like Rich and I-
Who's gonna believe the drunk guy? No one.
As you notice, he has to get louder just to win the argument. We discussed it before. But the thing is, it's not like Rich and I discussed this before the show. You just keep sticking your foot in it, and we're just like, we're going to take the bait.
What am I sticking my foot in?
The shit, you keep rolling it.
Understandable.
Oh, we have literally covered nothing.
I know. I don't know if this is good or not.
This might be the best podcast we've ever had.
Just drink some Behringer while you're listening. You'll understand.
This is America's favorite white Zinfandel.
Bullshit.
According to the company.
Okay, yeah. We can say that about everything. Patriots are America's favorite team. No, they're not.
Do you want to know the secret to doing that? You find somebody named America and you ask them to say if it's your favorite wine. Yeah, it's my favorite wine. America's favorite wine.
Yeah.
What if there's 2 Americas and one
Well, it's
doesn't like them?
America's. It's plural, so there's gonna be 2 of them.
The apostrophe before the S or after.
Why are you taking my labels off? Get your own wine.
I'm not taking the label.
I got really possessive right there. I feel like I'm in Lord of the Rings.
Apparently, Jeremiah is an angry drunk.
My precious.
Speaking of, you know they now have a beer. You go to ABC Liquor and buy Hobbit beer, and they have Gollum's Pale Ale.
Do you know
Like, that is the nastiest thing I've heard.
You know they have Uncle Si's iced tea at the store too? Don't make that face, young man. I just became a parent.
He's a possessive parental drunk.
Yeah, he's a parental drunk.
Jimmy,
Don't
Jimmy, don't do that, Jimmy.
He might. How old are you, Rich?
I am 23.
When's your birthday?
September 4th.
Get the fuck out of my house.
Yours.
September 10th.
So he is officially the youngest one in the room.
I don't like this anymore. Let's go open the other bottle. I'll need it soon.
Oh my God.
I guess I'm not driving anytime soon. I mean, I probably shouldn't anyways.
I'm so glad they were recording this at your house. So you don't have to drive anywhere.
Oh, that's why I bought it. Because then
Pre-planning.
then people are like, oh, I drank too much. I'm like, well, I can't drive you. Damn, dude, my balls are sticking.
What's that? Your balls are sticking to each other?
God, dude, my ball, it's hot.
Dude,
Dude, why do you not wear a t-shirt?
yeah. Why don't you take off the hoodie?
Wait, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, he is straight. Just pulled down his zipper and is trying to
Bro, I can
breathe out his balls.
I can feel it wafting into my nose. Do you smell that?
Rich has officially stepped up from the table because he and Jeremiah are sharing a microphone. It just got really awkward really fast.
I feel like I'm doing a science speaker.
This is not good.
Yeah, dude, they're sweaty, man. What do you expect?
I expect you not to pull it out in public.
Bro, it's my house. It's not public.
It's still public because there's more than one person.
Okay,
here.
well, you chose to come here. You signed the goddamn contract, boy.
You signed a contract for this?
What contract?
I don't know.
That's 4 sips down.
There's booze.
By the way, he's not even drank a whole glass worth yet.
I've already had beer, though. And I'm not drunk. I'm just really tipsy.
Isn't that the definition of drunk?
No.
Really tipsy?
Both of you, podcast over.
It's like, Your Honor, in my defense, I was not driving drunk. I was just really tipsy. Oh, you're really tipsy? Get him on out of here. Throw out the case. Blood alcohol. What the fuck are you doing? He's over here making fish faces and shit. And I'm sure that picked up on the microphone. These are really good microphones. Oh my god.
There is no shitting your pants on the podcast.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, we're not at school. There's no shit in your pants.
I think I almost puked, burped, shit, and farted at the same time.
Oh,
My lungs hurt really bad.
I actually did that earlier today where I sneezed and then
Bro,
I farted
you
at the
need to
same
get rid
time.
of that syrup shit.
And I'm just
okay?
like, what the fuck? I had that moment of like, oh, did I just shit myself?
That's
Was
what
it painful?
I felt. I thought I almost did it today after I took my shower. And I was like, damn it, now I gotta take another
I
shower.
have a headache now. Jesus.
I'm sorry.
I'm laughing too
I do
hard.
that to people.
Oh my god. Anyways,
I have 3.
on a positive note, my wife and I, for our
My ribs hurt.
7-year anniversary / Valentine's Day on Saturday night, we went and saw Carl LeBove at Side Splitters Comedy Club. If anybody gets a chance, I highly recommend going to see him. He used to travel on the road with Sam Kinison.
Saying what?
Sam Kinison?
Totally heard a different word. I thought you said Sam Penis Man.
We
we
went
went
Jeremiah's
Sam.
mind is.
So apparently he becomes an angry parental gay drunk.
Sam Penis Man. We went and saw him.
He is drinking white Zinfandel, which is actually pink, in a pink bottle.
America's favorite. Couldn't say no to that. What would George Washington
America.
drink?
Probably his own whiskey.
Yeah. He's staring at me awkwardly as he takes sips of his wine.
One of my uncles actually works at Mount
No
Vernon.
one cares. That was really rude. Continue.
He works at Mount Vernon, and this Christmas he just showed everybody George Washington's fake teeth on his phone. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
I'm probably gonna
I
need
thought they were
those.
at Smithsonian.
They're,
They're up in Mount Vernon.
yeah.
Oh,
What
that's
are they?
versatile.
What teeth are they again?
He had wooden teeth.
Nope. They're
No,
actually,
they weren't. They were like
they're
they were
slave
hippo
teeth.
teeth or something.
Nope. They're slave teeth.
That's even worse.
That's disgusting.
Maybe his wooden teeth are the ones that are in Smithsonian.
I heard that he
Maybe
used
not.
like animal teeth too. I heard the wooden teeth weren't necessarily true.
We want to know the craziest thing I learned.
I heard ivory. They used to use elephant.
Yeah,
elephant.
I-
Also
Ivory.
dust. That makes sense. But
Because wood would not work.
I went to Monticello in Virginia.
It's
and-
Monticello, asshole.
So I went to Monticello. Monticello. Where did you grow up?
Backwoods.
What do you call it? The instrument that's smaller than a bass but bigger than a viola?
Cello.
Thank you. How do you spell cello?
C-O-L-L-O.
C-E-L-L-O.
C-E-O-L-L-O. Cello. Cello, motherfucker.
Oh my god, we can't take him anywhere. Anyway, so I go to
You
Monticello.
can't take any of us anywhere though.
That's a good point. So I went to Monticello, and they
Monticello?
his house I'm ignoring you. His house was amazing because he was like so far advanced as far as like technology and whatnot.
Who is he?
Yeah.
Thomas Jefferson. Did you not know who lived at Monticello?
I was just curious. I was making sure you knew.
He had no
Duh.
idea. He had no idea.
Gosh,
So,
he's on the back of the
had-
nickel.
He was one of the few people who actually had ice. He actually had ice in his house. But you didn't have a fridge and a freezer to walk into or anything. He had giant, built into the ground rooms that they just froze a crap ton of water.
cellars.
Yeah. Well, slaves would have to live in there to maintain the ice.
Oh, that's awkward.
But what he did was he would put his favorite female slaves in there and then had a ladder and would have affairs with those slaves.
Mm-hmm.
So many of his children come from those slaves. And it said that he had nearly as many children as Ben Franklin.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Ben Franklin supposedly fathered over 400 children.
400?
400.
I don't believe that.
Did all of them live? Or was this like we're still talking 17th century?
Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance that most of them didn't make it past 3.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of them...
400.
I mean, this dude, first of all, one of the most traveled people at that time.
He was.
Constantly back and forth between England and America.
That's
And
a
France.
very
And France.
that's got to be a very hard thing to guesstimate because
Well,
at the end of the day, there are really not many records of birth back then,
And it's hard to do
and it's a
DNA,
lot
obviously.
of he said, she said,
Yeah.
and he's a famous person, so I'm going to say that he fathered my child.
Well, it comes from his journal.
Okay, let's look at a lot of journals that people say they fuck everything and anything. Go look at, assholes finish first. That motherfucker didn't fuck half the women he said he did.
Yeah, but that's in today's society. Back then, I actually believe that he was sleeping with everybody he wanted to. That doesn't shock me at all.
I
But
wouldn't
back then-
say I would say he
Yeah.
slept with a good amount of people, but I would never say that he fathered. That's a lot of women to
Yeah,
get
it's
pregnant, and back then it was not easy to get. I mean, I'm not saying it was hard to get pregnant, but it wasn't. There were so many complications in pregnancy to actually father
Yeah, there's a good
400
chance.
children.
There's a good chance that some of them never even made it to.
I'm saying
actual,
like
the full 9
3/4 of
months.
them never made
Yeah,
it.
there's a very good chance
Wait,
that most of them
like-
did.
But that's a lot of sex, dude. That is
But
a
he
lot of
was
sex.
he was known for being quite the raunchy individual.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
he had sex during a Congress meeting.
that's awesome.
Like during it, like this is from several different people's accounts.
Like he just banged it out right. in front
Brought a
of
girl with
Congress.
him, got bored.
Wasn't he married at one point?
No, I don't think Ben Franklin ever actually got married.
That's awesome.
I don't think he ever actually got married.
That's interesting.
Let's look that up.
Yeah.
We have internet.
In the meantime, we're drinking Behringer White Zinfandel. If you have not heard.
And by we mean him and all by himself, and it's very sad.
Okay.
Was Ben Franklin ever married?
See if he was gay.
Of course, you'd want to know that right now.
Oh my god, man.
You kind of you're drinking.
It's wine. A lot of people drink wine.
Yep.
Oh my god, y'all.
Mostly women drink.
He was only married once to a woman named Deborah Reed.
You guys are jerks.
The circumstances surrounding the marriage of Ben Franklin were cut off because they don't want to load the whole article. You son of a bitch. Oh, here we go.
It's the Freemasons, man.
He was 17. She was 15.
That's my boy. Just kidding. That sounded really, really inappropriate.
Well, back then though, that was
normal, yeah.
Oh, they didn't get
No,
married.
that
Oh,
actually-
wait, that was the first time they got
Even then,
engaged,
that's
but they
not
didn't
very
get married.
no. That's not even normal then because he was not much older than her. I mean, generally they were a little bit older than that.
Yeah.
Okay, he was never actually married in the traditional sense of the word because she was married to a guy named John Rogers. And then he died. And then because she couldn't remarry, because you weren't allowed to remarry back then, they had a common law marriage. Common law marriage is basically, when you live together for a certain amount of time. So, therefore, technically, Franklin was never married in the traditional sense of the word.
That may not be.
It's not a bot.
That's not a bot. It's got an Instagram.
It's got an Instagram. On to better things.
Okay. So, moving on from that.
Good old Tinder.
You say titter?
Tinder.
Oh. It's going down.
He hasn't heard anything right
Oh,
today.
talking about Tinder, I was trolling TFM a couple days ago, and there's now a stoner version.
What's TFM? What's
Total Frat Move.
What's that?
It is a college humor website, mainly based around fraternities. But there's a...
We're not cool enough.
Yeah, because we didn't do shit with our
Oh,
lives.
yeah, I am in a fraternity at St. Leo. I'm not going to mention which one.
I don't blame you.
Oh, yeah, because you don't want to be associated with me. I understand.
There is a cannabis version of Tinder now where potheads can now hook up.
Oh, good, because that's...
Except for they'll
that's
forget why they left the house in the first place. And
exactly.
that happens. There's an
Can you
elderly
please
version
get rid
Tinder.
of that? It smells like mad syrup, and I don't know if it's my balls or if I'm sweating syrup. Like,
First off, your balls should never smell like syrup.
that's what I'm
Ever.
curious about.
Ever. Second of all, you shouldn't be trying to smell your balls. Third,
You never just like you never like have a really sweaty day and you come home and you take your pants off and you just like it just wafts up into your nose and you're like, damn.
yeah, inadvertently, and it never smells like syrup.
Oh, I've never said it smells like syrup, but I
So
don't.
how can you confuse this potential syrup
Because there's
smell?
nothing in my house that smells like syrup. I don't
Yet you already
have
know what
syrup
it
in my
is.
house.
You already know what it is.
Yeah, but it's really bugging me because I'm not used to that smell.
It's not even syrup, ladies and gentlemen. It's caramel candy. No, after you put your lips all over the damn wine bottle and everything else, God only knows where your mouth's been. We had this discussion.
No, you wouldn't know.
I'm not going near Titus.
Please, thank you.
Pull your head away from the microphone so we don't have that sound that sounds like a bong. So he puts his face right up to the microphone. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why he's single.
Enjoy that.
Nobody's going to enjoy that at all. Oh, Lord.
I think I ruined this podcast.
No, I think you've made it better.
I think I made it
Just
shit.
at your own expense.
It's okay. It's okay.
As he's,
What the fuck?
as he's smoking on the
Peace pipe.
peace pipe.
I'd like to have that back, actually. Now that I have to disinfect it.
Well, let me get a couple more.
No!
It's okay.
You're going to use up.
Shh.
Give it to me.
Shh.
Give it to me.
Shh, just let it happen. Just let it happen, Vince.
This is what he says to Titus every morning.
Oh man.
On that note.
Drink some Behringer.
Jeez. I would say that I'd promise you guys next week it would not be this bad, but I can't promise you anything.
Am I bad? I'm sorry. Like, how are we supposed to have a conversation when there's nothing to conversate about? Even though conversate's not a word, I apologize. I'm a college-educated student.
St. Leo, educated. Let's preface
Yes.
it.
Florida
So,
education
we didn't
system.
come with a plan of what to talk about. Alcohol always makes the mouth flow.
You know the worst part is I actually had a great topic to talk about,
Well, let's talk about the topic.
and I completely forgot what it was by this point.
School.
No.
There was mention of school earlier.
I know, we talked
I don't
about
even
school
feel
earlier.
like talking about anything serious right now.
I don't think it was. I think it was just a good topic. Damn it! I forgot.
I don't think there's any good topics right now.
Oh
Let's
jeez.
talk about Lipton iced tea because that looks really
We
good.
are
right
not going to talk about Lipton iced tea.
Now. Why?
It's tasty.
First of all, not paying us.
They're
Neither
Behringer.
Behringer, and we just. Damn it.
Yeah, all 40 of you guys are gonna keep Behringer in business.
Maybe.
That would be pretty intense.
Might be all it takes.
Oh, ouch.
Oh boy, I'm trying to see if I can find that story and I can't.
Damn it, I was supposed to have 3 bottles of wine. Now I only have 1.5.
No, 1 and 3.
1 3/4. It was established in 1876. What happened in 1876?
Bison or the centennial.
Do you guys know? Good, because it was 100 years after 1776. So
That
it was
would be
the
why
anniversary.
That's why he
of-
just said it was a centennial.
Get the fuck out, bitch. You educated schmuck. God damn.
Were we still in the Civil War then? Or was it over by that point?
I think.
The Civil War hadn't even started yet.
Wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Civil War started in 1861.
Oh, yeah. My
I
bad.
think we were out of.
I think by 76 we were out of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was not thinking. I mean, I usually don't, but...
It's okay.
Oh, man, I'm embarrassing myself.
American Gourd by Bull. Nice.
What?
This is why I'll never run with the Bulls, ladies and gentlemen. 16-inch wound in his thigh.
Oh, you see the one where the guy jumped and then the bull's... Please don't. The bull's horn went up its ass?
Yes, I've seen that one.
Okay. It's not like I'm thinking about ass. I'm just saying that it happened. I thought it was funny.
Here, let's see how sad our life is right now. I'm looking at the trending topics on Yahoo. 2 of them are Kardashians.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, which ones?
Number 4 is Khloe Kardashian. Number 10 is Kim Kardashian. I bet.
No, go to the... look up their sisters.
I bet you Kim is pissed.
Why?
Well, I saw
Because
something...
she's not trending as much as her sister.
Wait, time out.
It's a fat sister.
What's
too.
the younger sister?
I saw something earlier.
No, look up the younger sister.
You can jack off to her later.
Okay.
I'm not looking her up. I'm
I
not
saw
giving those
something
people any kind of... I'm already talking about them.
Snapchat
I think they're all selfish brats, but the
has
younger sisters
news-
are nowhere near
has
as
a
bad.
news function now, and it was all blown up about how like her and Kanye's kid didn't want to do a fashion shoot, and it's only 4 months old.
Is Selena Gomez pregnant? I heard something about it. I don't know if it's true.
I don't think so. I think that's probably on one of those tabloid magazines.
Yeah, well,
Is it Justin?
I'd be
Were they?
no, because that's what the big deal was. Is it wasn't Justin's? It's the other guy she's dating now or something. Yeah, she's not over Justin.
So why
and
am
then
I
Jennifer
doing
Aniston.
Why are we doing this? Let's not
Time
stoop
out.
to this level.
Time out. Then Jennifer Aniston took, if I remember correctly, it was Jennifer Aniston took Selena Gomez under her wing, knowing what it was like to be in love with someone, and I don't know.
Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber pregnant with twins.
Is that what's it from? What's that?
HollywoodLife.com.
Oh, that sounds
It's
like a
totally
tabloid.
fake.
Yeah.
And apparently, the Yahoo Answers is, wow, she must have cheated on her girlfriend Justine then. What a shame. They're calling Justin Bieber a girl.
Oh,
I think
they
that's
always
funny.
do. Well, they're trying to get Justin Bieber on Roast. Okay, no, time out. So Roast is always for respectable people, right? Like, it's people that they respect.
Let's explain what a roast is. Comedy Central presents, they have the comedy roast of usually, most of the time it's respectable people. They've had...
Yeah, almost all the time it
Like,
is.
it goes back to the Dean Martin days. Go way back to Dean Martin days where they used to roast their... And a roast is where you basically insult the person.
And all
out
the
of
other
love.
judges there, essentially.
Yeah.
All the other people there.
Yeah, the people on what's called a day.
So-
Stuff.
Justin Bieber's been begging them to roast him for the last 5 years. And I think at this point they've just given in and said, hey, we're going to do it. But what I have an issue is... Huh?
I don't think he knows what he's asking for.
Well,
He doesn't.
I don't think he does. Well, one, these are the 2 things I worry about. 1, 3 things. 1 is he doesn't know what he's asking for. 2 is most roasts are on people they respect. Like, they're respectable people.
Well, how
You
come
know,
one-
they've made a very good name for themselves. They have generally a good reputation. You know, because after every roast, they're like, oh, you know, all jokes aside, I do respect you and what you have done. The other thing is, because I care about Selena Gomez, is she'll probably be there. And the shit they're going to say about that girl is going to destroy her.
Good.
I like Selena Gomez, though.
I don't give two shits
I just think
about
she's
him.
young. I think she doesn't understand what she's doing. Because you have to look at, like, a celebrity's mindset. Like, Selena Gomez was very young when she got into Nickelodeon or Disney, I mean.
Whatever.
So she was very young when she got into it. And when you grow up in that environment, it's very hard to date people outside of that environment. And there's not very many people her age in that environment. And Justin Bieber is one of the only ones. So I can see how when she was younger, she would be like, oh my gosh, she's the new thing. Like, I really like them. They date, blah, blah, blah. I can see where it troubles her. I just think it's hard for a person that has grown up in that environment to mature past that. Because you look at other ones like the Olsen twins. You know, same example. They did not make it very far maturity-wise. They just crash and burn. Because they have...
They are multi-billionaire...
Heirs.
No, they're not heiresses.
Yeah, well,
They have built their own multi-billion-dollar industry in the fashion world. They
Yeah.
are worth more than most of the people in Disney combined.
Yeah, but
And
I'm not going to say crash and
You
burn.
want me to give you another example? Hillary Duff. Hilary Duff. When was the last time you heard anything kind of tabloid out of her?
Never.
Exactly. Why? She's a respectable mother, an adult.
Yeah. But you look at
I
people...
don't ever buy that bullshit. Oh, this is how they grew up, and it was so hard.
Well,
for them,
you know,
blah,
I don't
blah, blah.
always buy that. I don't
Bullshit.
always buy
Don't
that,
care.
but you look at it and you... Come
I
on,
think he
Vince.
just wants to get into Selena Gomez's pants.
Possibly. But regardless, like, you look at someone that grows up in that environment. Like, I don't always buy that. But you look at someone that grows up in that environment, they don't really get a childhood. Because they don't. I mean, they're always in movies. The Olsen twins were never really in it. You go look at Amanda Bynes, she was always in movies. She never really got the chance to actually be a person, or be a kid. You know, think of how much that affects someone. Look at someone that was never afforded the opportunity to be a kid, and then when they have the money and the time to be a kid.
Do you know where that comes from? And why there's some that have been successful and some haven't? Parents.
Yeah, but
Instead of collecting a paycheck, if they were real parents and actually raised their kids, there wouldn't be an issue. I have no sympathy. None. I don't have any sympathy for people like that. Anybody that grew up in that business. There's people now that come out of Disney, like Bella Thorne, who's this redheaded girl who's starting to get all kinds of movie deals. But do you see her in the tabloids? No. She's not doing anything stupid. It's
I don't think
it's a cop.
I don't think Selena Gomez is doing anything stupid though.
She's had plenty of her own stupid moments.
Like
as
what?
Well, you don't know, putting all her business up on the tabloids and.
I don't remember doing that.
Yeah, she's got all kinds of nude pictures out there now.
Oh shit.
And apparently a sex tape with him and all kinds of stuff. So.
Okay.
And then
I lost all respect for her.
She tries to get out of her little good girl Disney image by doing a movie Spring Breakers, which was apparently the worst movie ever.
It was really bad. Although I like James Franco, so.
He is so hit and miss with me. Sometimes he's really funny, and then sometimes he's.
He was not very good in that movie, but he's a funny guy. I like the roast of James Franco.
The movie, yeah, that was actually
that was hilarious.
That was a decent roast. But you look at that movie, The Interview.
I never watched it, and I'm not playing on it.
Don't.
I'm not going to go support Sony for that stupid decision.
That was. I'm going to say Sony was actually brilliant. They saw what a bomb it was. They saw the crap, so they made up this whole North Korean hacker business and pulled it, and they got the president bought in on it. How dare you, Sony, given the terrorist actions, this and that, blah, blah, blah. They even fooled everybody in Congress and everything else when they did it themselves.
They made good money on
it.
Is that true?
Shit, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
They made a shit ton of money.
Well, I made a lot of money. Well, it was, what, $4 or $5 to rent on Google or YouTube?
Yeah. I went and got it on Redbox, and I regret wasting my $1.20. It was not worth $1.20. It was terrible. I didn't even finish. Like the last 5 minutes, I'm just like, this is getting. It just went from bad to worse.
I started watching it, and I think I made it 10 minutes in, and I was just like, you know, and I wouldn't fall asleep.
That's cute.
You want to know something that might blow your mind? Completely off subject.
Titus.
That's blowing something else, and that's you to him, not him to you. I don't ever think that dog would do that to you, without peanut butter or syrup, which is why you have the balls that smell like syrup.
Oh my god, dude.
Amateur astronomers have spotted two strange cloud-like plumes high over Mars, deepening the mystery of what constitutes the red planet's atmosphere. And there are two huge cloud plumes on Mars right now. I think that's actually pretty awesome.
It's probably just a storm.
Well, that's the problem. Mars hasn't had one ever that we know of. They don't even think their atmosphere is conducive enough to have a storm.
Yeah, but think how many things that we thought weren't possible that are possible. Like, we just probably haven't seen it. I mean, think of all the activity on the dark side of the moon that we've just never seen. We don't know about it. Fuck, we don't even know anything about our own ocean. How are you going to tell me we know more about the moon than we do our own planet? Like, that's pathetic, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So to sit here and be like, oh, we've never seen it. Well, we haven't been here very long, guys. Maybe they have a storm once a millennium. Who knows? Like, to be that ignorant, it annoys me. You know,
I don't think it's ignorant. I just think it's great.
I think it is good science, but to sit here and be like, oh, we've never seen one before, and it's just, to me, it's like, well, we've been here for the last 0.6 seconds of an hour. If you put the entire Earth on a timeline.
Yeah, I just think what it does is it gives us more ability now to like, okay, now we can start to theorize more about what's there.
Well, I think we have a good understanding of what's there. I mean, we've sent rovers there,
well,
and we know what the atmosphere is made of.
That's just it. They didn't. Even with the thing, they didn't know.
But we know. I mean, if you can look at distant planets from other galaxies, right, and or not other galaxies, but within our own galaxy, and be able to say, hey, we know what this atmosphere is made of because we know what light waves produce what colors, correct? We know what wavelengths produce what, what molecules in the air cause this type of color or wavelength, right? Mars is so close to us. This should not be an issue for us to understand that. We've sent rovers there. I'm sure we know what the atmosphere is made of. The The question is that atmosphere capable of maintaining a storm-type system? Because you can't say there's not going to be wind there. I mean, solar winds are going to hit the planet. We know it doesn't have a very strong magnetic field. So solar winds can have a huge effect on the weather of that planet. Solar winds don't affect us because we have a massive magnetic field that makes no sense. At the end of the day, our planet makes no sense in how big of a magnetic field we have. So that's my scientific drunkenness for the day. Drunk history brought to you by...
I remember one of the things I did want to talk about. Let's talk about the big movie this weekend. Now, I actually went to the movies this weekend, and I saw a great movie. If you haven't seen it yet, it just came out this weekend. I highly, highly recommend it. Go see Kingsman: The Secret Service.
I do want to see
Holy crap, that movie is phenomenal. It was so much fun.
Is it kind of... how would you describe it? Because to me, it seems like a James Bond...
comedy. It seems like a James Bond comedy.
Like, yeah.
Kinda?
Almost like Johnny English, but more serious.
Yeah, it's kind of like... It's not
Bro,
a unique
get
story
rid of that
by...
freaking syrup.
It's not a unique story by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, it's one that's been told 1,000 times. But it's... Without giving anything away, the Kingsmen are a group of spies that don't answer to anybody.
So it's
they are their own independent.
So kind of like Mission Impossible.
No, because they're still government.
They are.
Mission Impossible is still run by the government.
They fall under the British.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
but
IMF, right?
They don't. The Kingsmen don't answer to literally anybody. They are actually a group of tailors. It started in like the 1800s. A group of tailors who tailored only to the rich, and they made so much money they figured they need to start giving back. So they created this spy organization that literally answers to no one, and they all have their code names based on the Knights of the Round Table. There's a new Knights of the Round Table, and again, I don't want to give too much away, but it's a phenomenal movie. It's a lot of fun.
You gonna take me?
You definitely cannot take kids.
Why?
Because it's definitely a dirty movie.
Like what?
Not well, the end's a little visibly dirty, but
Tell me.
like you remember British people, the word "fuck" to them is not a bad word.
Yeah. No, it is not. I went to Ireland, and you literally...
You probably fit in real well there.
Oh yeah, they love me there.
He's a ginger, just so everybody knows.
Half ginger, just the beard.
Okay, well,
it's Scottish from the jawline down. But yeah, they what? They'll drop cunt. Just like,
well, again,
nothing
to them. That's not a dirty word.
Yeah, no.
That's how they describe a woman's lady parts. They think vagina's a dirty word.
Yeah.
You know what I think is funny is the British during World War II said the Americans were overpaid, underworked, and oversexed.
Well, they
also thought the English women also thought if they had sex standing up, they couldn't get pregnant.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, the word "fuck" actually means to
fornication under carnal knowledge.
Under carnal knowledge, the word was invented to replace the word rape in court because rape was too dirty of a word. So they didn't want to say rape anymore in court.
But the problem is,
invented.
So fornication under carnal knowledge essentially says that you have the knowledge that you are having sex. That's why it's saying. That's why when people are like, oh, we're gonna fuck, like it's like that you're, because it's Catholic Church essentially. Hey, you're gonna have sex. You know you're not supposed to until you're married. Like you have carnal knowledge that you are going to have sex.
Well, rape was also different back then as well. Any sex before marriage was rape.
What the fuck is that?
So with rape being such a dirty word, they didn't want to associate with everything. Like we have statutory rape and then we have rape.
Yes.
For them, it was okay. They had sex before marriage, which is a crime, but they didn't rape. He didn't force her, so that's why the word was invented. Well, now of course they use fuck all and everything else. They say it for everything, but over there it's not really a dirty word.
Well, neither's bitch and ass. I mean, there's typical words.
No, because again, female dog, mule. Mm-hmm. For them, it's not. They're not curse words. It's something that America's turned into curse words. But the reason I brought up the movies was this: 50 Shades of Grey whips up a stunning $81.7 million. You crazy ass bitches and busted ass whipped up husbands who had to go along. Holy shit! You nasty, freaky old women who all went to go see this movie.
No. I had to go on Tinder, asked me to go with her.
Yeah, and for every girl that's on Tinder that's 20, 19, 20, 21, 22, there was 50 cougars in that goddamn... Cougars and leopards. You know what a leopard is?
Oh, you went? You saw them there?
No, you can see... When I was in the movie, you can see them coming in. You just see them pouring in. Over and over. And I had friends that went to see it, and they're like, holy crap.
There's a lot of young girls that went there, too, though.
I tell you, for every young girl, there was 50. It was a 50-to-1 ratio. 40 and up. 40 and up. Easily 40 and up.
Well, I guess because, that's what that genre is.
Probably because 40 and up are the only people that read nowadays. So they know what the story is.
Well, it's not just that. Like, they're the ones that literally... Like, the girls nowadays that are 20, 30, they've done half the shit in the book anyways.
Yeah.
The other women that grew up when they were in their 20s, it was unthinkable to do that kind of stuff. And now they're like...
You can't enter in there. That's for an exit only.
They want to do this stuff, and now...
This gives them
It's
an option.
porn. If this movie had been made in reverse and made for guys, and the book had been written for guys instead of girls, you know how bad we would have been lambasted and just destroyed over
That's
this?
why our society.
Oh my
What
god,
about
you
you
guys are
would've
making filth and porn and them and them and
Well,
them.
I don't think it would have gotten the same recognition.
If a guy wrote it instead of a woman writing it,
Well,
he'd
it
have been...
originally was
First of all, never would have been published.
fanfic. It was originally a fanfiction. 50 Shades of Grey was originally a Twilight fanfiction. Fun fact.
Ew. That makes it so much worse.
Look up
The
Dorothy.
fact that the Twilight books were ever published in the first place. Talk about garbage
I don't
and a
know.
half.
I've read... Alright, so I did read all 3 books. I was on deployment. Someone mailed out the books. We had nothing to do, so I read
He
the
says
books.
this while he holds his bottle of wine.
Of White Zinfandel.
Yes. I'm sure I could find other books on deployment.
No, we did not have a lot of shit.
I'll
so
skip rocks across the desert. I'm not reading that garbage.
I got bored. Someone mailed out the books. Says, hell, why not read them? My girlfriend at the time had been talking about them. So I was like, hey, maybe it'll make for a good intro to coming home, right? For her and me, because she was reading them too. I got to the second book, and I was like, there is something wrong with this book. This book is fucked up. The first book isn't bad. The first book really isn't that bad. When you get into the second and third book, though, it starts getting creepy. Like, really disturbingly creepy. Like, why girls can fantasize about some of the stuff that he does, I question whether... I question a lot of things about women nowadays because it's nasty. It really is. Like, some of the stuff he does is nasty. Like, he manipulates them or her.
But I think that's what women are looking for.
I don't think women are looking for it. I think women fantasize about the idea of it until it actually happens to them.
But then, yet again, we know somebody who's in a situation like that. I'm not going to say name.
Whoa, that got awkward.
Yeah.
Well,
You
can
can feel it in the air. It's like,
You can taste it. It tastes like syrup and white Zinfandel.
You guys know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, but, I mean, at the end of the day, like...
Gross.
Huh?
Gross. I don't have any... That's not that...
I don't think that it is healthy to show a movie and put out... I don't mind about the books, because books you can choose to read. There are some disgusting books out there worse than... I mean, there's literally soft porn
banned
books. Yeah, but to put a movie out like that, there are going to be people who are going to go see it that should not see that. And we're literally making a generation that thinks sex is okay.
I have heard that the movie is toned way down compared to the book, but still, it's pretty raunchy. But again, if a guy had written it and it had been...
But I have an issue with the idea that we're presenting an idea to our future generations that, hey, sex is fine, it's okay, like, just fuck everybody. Like, do all this crazy shit, and I don't believe in that. I believe in the sanctity of a relationship. Like, you know, if you're going to be with someone, even then, try not to have sex, but if you do, only have it with that one person. Be faithful to them. You know, because, you know, if...
Well, in all fairness, I will say that from what I understand about the 50 Shades of Grey, it is between just two people and they're being faithful,
It is, but he manipulates the shit out of her.
But I think, like, to go off of your point, Vince, that if it was written by a man, I don't think it would have ever reached the same level that it has.
It never would have made it into a movie.
I don't think it would have been published.
No.
It would have been...
You have to think about America's idea. Let's make a huge feminist movement. And I'm not saying, okay, for our female viewers out there, I'm not saying, hey, I don't believe women should have rights. I completely believe women should have rights. But I think there is a group of women in America that are starting to take it too far in the sense that, like you just said, like if a male did this, it never would have been published. But why is it that a woman writes it and it gets published?
Well, I don't think it would. I don't think if it would have been published by if a male wrote it.
Oh, I guarantee if a male wrote it, it never would have gotten any recognition.
No, it wouldn't have come to the same level. You think about like porn, right? Most of that is male-generated, male-driven industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have made
woman-generated. Well, it's far.
It would have maintained.
There's a good amount of women that watch porn.
Nowadays, yes, but you look back at
the porn industry wouldn't be what it is today if it wasn't a male-driven thing.
Well,
but it's more of a secretive thing. It's not like it.
Exactly.
It's more of a secretive thing. It's not like, hey, we're gonna throw it on every movie screen in America.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Had a man done it, it would have been considered porn.
Yeah.
Since a female did it, I do believe it was also a female director, from what I understand.
Probably.
Like,
and again, I have nothing wrong with women. I don't have anything wrong with women's rights. My mom is an extremely hardworking woman. She's become very successful doing it. My sister just got promoted in the Marine Corps to captain. Very happy. Like, I have a family full of hardworking women, but I do think there's a certain point that we are taking it too far, saying that with the woman feminist movement. I think to be like, for example, the guy on the European space, what was it called? They landed the rover onto the comet. The European space. Fuck, I can't remember it. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm sure most of you do. The people that landed the rover the rover onto the comet was wearing a shirt and had full sleeve tattoos, if I remember correctly. And people got pissed about it. And they're specifically, I think, women, because I think they're I forgot exactly what happened. They got pissed about it. But then you have women across the United States and Europe that are walking around with no bras on, with their tits like hanging out, and you're like, how are you going to get angry at someone for wearing this when you're doing this? Like, you're taking it too far.
Well, it's like that governor in Minnesota, and apparently that all turned out to be a joke. He had said it in jest as he walked down the hallway, and somebody decided to just run with it and ran out there. He had joked about making yoga pants illegal because women were wearing them everywhere, and you can basically see everything. Like,
and then they bitch at you for it. They bitch at you because, like, why are you looking at my ass? I'm like, why are you presenting it that way?
And most of them are wearing them a size too small, so it stretches and they're see-through. And you can see what brand underwear they wear. It's so bad. But like you could get a fingerprint off their camel toe. That's how bad it is. Like, you could seriously, like, I'm saying, like, it could be a new way to identify people. Like, it's that bad. And yet,
I can just see it now. The crotch photo 9,000 for photo identification.
But again, like, if you have guys wearing the same thing, because I mean, they'd
be ostracized from society.
Exactly. So you can buy running pants for men, running shorts and running pants that are just as tight as yoga pants.
I wore them when I was in cross country.
You never see guys just wear them out.
Yeah.
Because they would.
Because I mean, as a male, I don't.
But it
doesn't. I don't like my nuts to be constricted.
True.
Okay, but you look at it and you're like, a lot of women in America, I'm not going to generalize all women, but a lot of women in America want men to respect them. Mm. But when you dress promiscuously I'm sorry, when you wear yoga pants, like, I get it, if you're going to the gym, fine. If you're going back from the gym, you're going to stop in the store real quick, fine. But when girls wear it to school every day, and their ass is hanging out, and they get pissed because a young man is looking at their ass, what do you expect?
Well, it's just like every girl that wears like a low-cut shirt and they have a push-up bra. Like, my eyes are up here. Well, stop flaunting your tits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. Like,
it's very frustrating.
It's not like you're wearing a turtleneck and I'm still staring at them.
But it's okay for women to do things like this.
Exactly.
And if you criticize them for it, it's not even that anymore. It's if you criticize them for it, you can get in trouble for it. Like, I just think, like I said, there's a girl at school walking across the street one day, little Indian kid walking across the street, wearing a very low-cut shirt, boobs were about to fall out, and he just stared, and she cussed him out in the middle of the street. And I looked at her and I said, who the fuck are you to think you can cuss this kid out? Maybe if you put your tits away, he wouldn't be staring at them.
Can you imagine if guys wore like super low-cut jeans and just pulled their balls up top and had a little ball
like little
cleavage?
Daisy Dukes?
Hey, my eyes are up here, not down there.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. That would just be disgusting on so many levels.
Yeah.
But It's a double standard.
It is a double standard.
But women will try and say, "Hey, my body is art, so I can show it off."
So then a guy should be able to do the same
And so the guys should be able to do the same thing. If it's art, then my dick can be on TV.
When I go to a museum,
because that's art.
When I go to a museum, the artist doesn't come up and go, "Hey, the placard's down there. Don't look at the art. Look at the placard."
Yeah.
They don't say that. If you're going to say that your body is art, then don't get pissed when somebody's looking at the art.
Exactly.
Well, you look at like the Suicide Girls. They dress the way they want to dress.
But they will never tell. Those won't be the ones to tell you, "Hey, look up here. My eyes are up here," because they're dressing on that way on purpose.
Yeah.
And they understand what they're doing. I think.
But we've made a society that is very sex based and very sex oriented, specifically directed towards the women, saying, "Hey, you can wear whatever you want, however you want." And now you have a very young population. I mean, look at the girls at our school.
Do you know how much?
Every single one wears these short shorts, yoga pants that are too small. You can see their G-strings or thongs, and don't get me wrong, I don't mind looking at it. But at the end of the day, if they want to be treated like respect, if I'm gonna date a girl and she dresses like that, I'm sorry, I won't do it. Well, because that's a direct reflection of her personality and who she is. Because if she's gonna wear stuff like that,
look at it from my perspective. I have a 14-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at my daughter's gonna be in college in 4 years.
How scary!
So I'm looking at these girls as if it was my daughter, going, "Put some effing clothes on, would you? Seriously, what is wrong with you?"
You know what I'm gonna do?
And then you wonder why you get hit on constantly and you can't stand it.
Yeah, and you know what I'm gonna? And when they get fucked, and the guys just leave them. But I'm sorry, when you present yourself that way, you literally present yourself as a sex object. People look at you as a sexual temptation, and that's all they want you for. They want you for nothing else because you've presented yourself as an easy person. End of story. But regardless, when my daughter goes to college, I'm gonna get her a blanket with my face printed on the blanket and a shotgun. Probably Titus in the background. He'll be old and decrepit by then. But I'll get it printed on there.
Dad will be riding Titus in the picture.
Fuck you, man. Alright, but I'll give it to my daughter and make her put it on her bed. So every time she fucks someone, she has to look me right in the eyes. That sounds so fucked up.
That was so wrong.
But we got it, like...
Alright, when Jeremiah, think before speaking.
This might be time to put the berry jar away.
Oh my god, I'm so done.
Oh man.
You gotta end this shit because I'm gonna just screw myself.
Hi-oh.
Oh boy.
But I think like the 50 Shades of Grey.
We're over that topic. That was done.
No, let him see what he has to say.
Okay, I'll take
it. We're still kind of connected to it because I think it's a
gateway.
It's a gateway. It's a good thing and a bad thing all at the same time.
I don't think it's a good thing at all.
I think it allows people to express themselves because
people have been using that excuse. I'm going to be the devil's advocate on this. People have been using that excuse. Well, I'm just trying to express myself.
You realize you're being the devil's advocate to the devil's advocate right now because we've been both bashing the shit out of it, and he's playing devil's advocate, and then you're playing devil's advocate to the devil's advocate.
I'm really lost right now.
Exactly. Let him finish.
Can I finish my point?
Okay.
It's allowed.
Can I finish? It's a Rossborough joke. Go ahead.
It allows people who like you think of the BDSM and that crowd of people.
What's BDS?
The people
bondage and sadomasochistic stuff. Yeah. Bondage, dominatrix, sadomasochistic.
This movie allows them to express themselves in a way that, granted, is not the most appropriate, but I don't think there is a very appropriate way to express how you.
Then don't throw it out there for everyone.
I think.
I do see where you're coming from. Everyone should be able to express themselves, but I think there's a limit.
I think that what...
And I think we're pushing that limit.
I think what Richard's trying to say is that it allows people who don't explore that side of themselves, even though they want to, because they feel it's dirty. This movie has brought it a little more mainstream, so maybe now they can go and do the things...
They can go to the Todd. They can go to
they can go get the stuff they want to do, and now they feel a little more comfortable trying it. And now
but I don't agree with making sex a almost like a sport. I don't agree with making sex like something that's great and everyone should do it. Would you want your daughter seeing things like this?
No, of course not.
Exactly. Would you want your daughter having sex before, at this
I
point,
think the same thing goes
I think
for...
what he's saying is like if you think about a married couple who like their sex
a
life
married couple, that's fine.
But
But,
let's say-
Well, yeah,
they
but you have to
married
find-
couples have resources to do stuff like that. There are outlets to go find stuff like this to do without having to show it on a national television for kids to see, for teenagers to see, which is the most dangerous population to be fucking with, and college students.
Well,
This is the most. I think you're fucking society up by allowing, because you're pushing the boundaries with this. Because if we're gonna let this out,
Yeah,
what are
but
we gonna
isn't
let
that-
out next? Then what are we gonna let out next?
But
Because this is too extreme for me. I don't like it.
Well,
And if I had a daughter, I'd be
as
pissed
someone
as
who
fuck.
believes in what our country, it just make me sound like a real American here, but
No, a real liberal.
no. Somebody who wants people to be able to express themselves, and that's what our country is founded on, right? The freedom to do what you want when you
Yes,
want.
but there's always been a limit on it. There's always been,
Well, that's
hey,
the thing,
you're
like I said,
going
yeah,
too
but
that's
That's
far.
what I said about the movie is they cut a lot of stuff of that out. And they
And
But
I
even
don't-
then, you just said it's still grotesque.
For me, I would think it is, but I'm not into that kind of stuff. But they stayed within the rating system. They didn't get past an R rating, so they stay within the boundaries that have been set.
And do I
Now,
I
a movie
agree
theater,
with a
it's
movie
up to
like
a movie.
that? No.
It's up to a movie theater to make sure that nobody under the age of 18 is in there.
But we're
It's up
making
to-
sex such a common thing. We're almost selling sex now.
That's what
Let's
we've been doing
sell
for
it.
the last 30 years.
I get it, but now it's
Tinder?
getting. Okay, Tinder's
But as a
not
user
as
of
sex based.
Pornhub. The fact that you can get all
Porn
this stuff.
MD. Porn,
Okay,
any
I
porn
get that, but
website.
when you start throwing it in movie theaters, like I get it, there's sexual scenes in movies. It's always been around. It's always been like that. But when
The
you
first
start
movie
a
was
whole
a porno.
movie, the first rated R movie was
No, the first movie ever
was a porno.
The first movie ever filmed was a porno.
okay. That's fine, but
Basic Instinct.
I don't think that throwing
Eyes
movie-
Wide Shut. There's movies that are actually more graphic that came out 20 years ago.
But look at the
than this one.
popularity of this one.
My issue with this one,
It's like a
Because it was a book.
my only issue with this is the fact that it's sexist in the sense that had it been done by a male, had it been written by a male, it never would have been published. That's my biggest issue with it. And then my other issue with it is that women are borderline obsessed with this.
They're obsessed with the guy, Gray or whatever the fuck his name is. Sorry, I read the book. But I think it's disturbing how, like you said, how obsessed it is, and that worries me because now you're creating an entire group of people that think, hey, fucking is fine. Like, it's a random guy. Have you read you need to read the book to understand how fucked up the book is.
But
and the movie is, and to say that girls are reading this really concerns me because if I caught my daughter reading this, I would fucking shove that book down her throat. Because I think it's a disgusting book. I really do. I read it because I had nothing better to do.
If you raise
but you
your
look at the
kids-
manipulation in it.
Yeah.
You look at the shit it talks about. I would not want a teenage girl reading that
Here's the
because
problem.
she's literally gonna be like, "Oh, this like how many teenage girls have you seen around this town? Go see that fucking movie."
as much as I hate the movie and the idea of what it represents, this goes back to a thought we talked about earlier. Parents. We're blaming movies for changing people's interpretations. We're blaming movies and books for influencing people. When in reality, if you raise your children right, there won't be an issue.
Doesn't matter. There's always a temptation.
I know that my daughter has already had the option to read the books and refuses. And she doesn't want to go see the movie.
But that doesn't mean that's going to be across the board. I know plenty of people that raise their kids perfectly right, and then they're the most fucked up individual I've met. I can give you a perfect example. There's a kid from back home. I'm not going to say his name. Parents, with all respect to people in the community, raised their kid very well. Gave him every opportunity in life. OD'd on drugs. Don't tell me that it was the parents' fault because the parents raised him the way he should have been raised. He chose not to listen to them. He made the poor choices he made. Kids make choices, and the society around them is what influences those choices.
As a parent, let me say this. When you raise your kid right, quote unquote, and you shelter them from drugs and tell them this is bad, blah, 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 you have to what is considered right from the 1940s and 50s is not right nowadays.
I agree with you.
Period.
I was raised
You have
correctly,
to-
and I
you have-
still made poor decisions.
You have to properly introduce them to things and explain how they work and how bad
I
they
get
work.
that, but a kid is always going to make their choice. You cannot control everything your kid does, Vince.
But you have
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
but that
you can
sounds-
literally parent the best way, the most optimal way you can, but your kid is going to make the choices they want to make. They're going to lie to you if they want to lie to you. They're going to do shit behind your back if they want to. Every kid's gonna do that. The question is, I mean, how many kids? When you were a kid and you had sex, did you tell anyone? Did you tell your parents? Did you tell your sisters? Probably not.
Well,
Most
I didn't
people
have a sister,
don't.
But
It doesn't matter. You don't go telling people.
Here's the
You're
difference
gonna
with my
lie
parents. Here's
because
the
you're
difference.
afraid of the
Here's
consequences.
The difference with my parents. First of all, I did. My parents knew. Second of all,
That's not to me. That's almost not healthy. Though.
My parents stopped being parents when I reached 12.
Okay, but
and
would you rather your
friends?
Yeah.
And it was no longer
That's
parents.
unhealthy.
Exactly.
That's extremely unhealthy.
There's a lot of things.
But that's what a lot of
that.
society is. But what I'm saying is, it is not right for us to be getting. It's not right for society to throw this stuff on there because the society almost has a bigger influence nowadays than parents. Look at Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook.
Okay.
Look at all these social media sites when they get 16, 17 years old, they have a cell phone. Look at all the social media sites they have access to. Look at all the stuff that influences them.
My daughter's dealing with it right now, but you know what?
Okay, you're talking about one and few. I know plenty of people that were raised right that still make poor choices.
I think so.
But society is not helping the situation. It's not helping parents parent. It's not.
That's the thing.
It's making it difficult for parents to parent because parents don't even know what to do anymore.
Then that's on them. They shouldn't have had a kid in the first place.
No, it's not even that.
I'm a parent
not
right
even
now.
that.
I've got 5 kids I deal with.
Okay,
5.
Vince, I agree with you.
And all 5 of them are raised correctly.
Okay, I agree with you to an extent, but it makes it very difficult when society is throwing out very corrupt views of what life should be.
I'll put it to you this way. Nobody who's not a parent can say what it's like to be a parent. If you've never had a parent,
I have a kid in a cage right there.
That you rape. It's very easy for somebody to blame.
Really
I'm not strictly blaming society. I will blame a lot of American parents.
I won't let society affect my kids.
But what I'm saying is society does not make it easier for parents to parent. Especially nowadays.
That means you just got to man up and be a parent.
America doesn't know what manning up is anymore, Vince.
Then they're not good parents.
It's not, Vince. Look at fucking society, all right? Look at the way... No, listen. Look at the way people are being raised now. Look at the people... Stop. Look at the people going in the military. Look at people going in the military 10 years ago, and look at people going in the military now. That's not just the parenting. That's fucking society showing how fucked up we're making people. Because, you know what? To an extent, it is parents, but I'm not... When you have 90% of people coming in the military that have some serious fucking issues, it's not parenting anymore. It's society pussifying everything.
Here's my issue with the military. You look at 9/11 happen and we freak out, right? Everybody get in. Take everybody. It doesn't fucking matter. Take them all. Promotion points are down to nothing. Just promote. Now we have poor-ass leaders in the military who are fucking over new soldiers and screwing them over because they got a bit of power.
That. Look at the quality of... let's go to the Marine Corps, for example. Look at the quality. You're getting generations that are more pussified than ever seen before. It's disgusting. And when you start saying that that's happening to 90% of the people coming to the Marine Corps, you can't blame just parents at that point anymore.
Yes, you can. Because
you can start blaming society.
How many people in American society join the military?
Huh?
If 90% of the people joining the Marines or the military in general are pussified, but how many of the American population are joining the military? Less than 1%.
It doesn't matter.
So that doesn't work.
Military-wide, Vince.
That's what I'm saying.
The military is getting so pussified, it's disgusting. Yeah. And these are the most people that have the most balls to actually go do something with their life?
No,
come on, Vince.
My point is that, again, nobody who's not a parent...
I'm not blaming just society. But I think society has a big factor in a lot of this.
Would you be able to sit there and look and say that you raised your kid right and they still go and fuck up and you'd be okay with it and sleep at night? Fuck no.
I wouldn't be okay with it, but I would say, hey, I raised them the way I could, and they made the choices they made.
I'm never going to do that.
You know what? My mom...
As a parent, I'm never going to say
that. When I was dating that girl, okay? Obviously no names. When I was dating that girl and I wanted to get married to her, my mom said to me, I talked to her on the phone, and she said to me, I gave you every opportunity in your life. I raised you the best way I could. You're a young adult now. You can make the choices you want, but I know that I raised you the way I could. And if you're gonna make these choices, that's your choice. But just know that I raised you properly. That's all you can do as a parent. To sit there and say, no, don't, it doesn't matter. Especially once they're 18, Vince.
Well, here's the thing.
You have no control of them anymore.
But again, this is where somebody who's not a parent doesn't understand.
My parents are parents. They raised 4 beautiful children.
And you don't understand. When my daughter's 14, she's 4 years away from being 18. But I promise you, our relationship will not end when she's 18.
Okay.
She will still come to me. She will still ask me for things. She's still going to ask
I still do
advice.
that to my parents.
And when she becomes a parent herself, she's still going to come to me. your parenting does not end when they turn 18.
I agree with you. But
And the
if they're
fact
going to go make choices, if they're going to go make stupid choices...
They're not going to make stupid choices if you parent right.
There's bullshit. No way, so you're telling me my parents... You're telling me my parents parented me wrong. Because you're a fucking fool if you think so.
If you feel that you made bad choices...
Of course I know I made bad choices. Every fucking kid makes bad choices, Vince.
No,
every kid makes bad choices.
I think you're both trying to get at the same point, coming from two different perspectives here.
Every kid makes bad choices, Vince. Every kid does it. You smoke weed as a kid? Bad choice. You do drugs as a kid? Bad choice. You had sex as 15 years old? Bad choice.
Okay, but what about people who didn't do that?
But that's not a parent's fault. That's not a parent's fault.
So what are you telling me the kids that didn't do that their parents fucked up? Because I know kids who never smoked drugs. I know kids who never had sex until they were 18.
That's a joy. Vince, listen, I was raised by awesome parents. Okay? I was adopted. I was raised by awesome parents. I was given every opportunity in life. And I still made poor choices. And you know what? I'm not going to blame them. I'm going to blame myself. I'm going to blame a lot of the people around me that helped push me into those ideas. Because my parents raised me right. I just made the wrong choices. And the people around me helped me make those wrong choices. It had nothing to do with the way my parents raised me. Because they gave me every opportunity. They raised me completely right. And I got to... when I was wrong, I knew I was fucking wrong. I got consequences for being wrong. They did not raise me wrong. By any means.
I look at it like this.
I'm probably a more outstanding citizen and more outstanding kid than most people my age.
If you're going to look at it and say that it was other people involved, like, oh, it was me and the people around me that made bad choices.
That's society, Vince.
This is another place where a parent steps in.
No.
I know who all my kids' friends are. And if I don't like a kid, I tell them, hey, look, this kid's going to get you in trouble.
I'm sorry, Vince. If you think that, you're a fool.
I do it. And I know who all their kids, my kids.
You think that.
They don't even live
right
with
now.
me.
She's 14, so you know that now. Yeah. But when they start hitting 17 and 18, you won't know everyone. Because my parents thought they knew everyone. You're fucking smoking crack if you think they knew everyone. If they knew half the stuff I did, I don't think I ever would have been out of that house.
See, that's the difference.
That's not bad parenting. I was comfortable talking to them. I just knew what was smart to talk to them about and what wasn't. Because I'm sure if your daughter went to you and was like, hey, I just had sex, I just got fucked. I don't think you'd be too thrilled about that, would you?
No, but I know how to talk to her about it.
But you would not be thrilled, and you question everything she does after that. Because you know what? It's just like a girl cheating on you. You're going to question everything she does after that. It's the same concept when a kid does something like that.
I question everything she does now.
Okay.
Because I'm a good parent.
So it's the same concept. Like, Vince, I get what you're saying. But just because I don't have a kid doesn't mean I don't completely understand what... I may not completely understand, but I have a very good understanding that you know, it's not... A kid is going to do what they're going to do. At a certain point, at a certain age, they're going to do what they want.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that for two reasons. One, because of how I was raised, and I wasn't raised.
You know what? You can raise that kid till they're 18 years old, and you can hope that you raise them the best way you could, and you can put everything into it. But after that, they can make any fucking decision they want.
Yeah.
And you better hope that you raise them right. And
but
you know what,
Vince?
Vince?
That, especially like if you look at Brandon, you look at my son. I have no worries whatsoever with that kid.
No,
none.
I think I think at this point you guys are talking two different kind of things though, because you're talking about coming from a parent's perspective, and the kid's perspective too. Because I mean, you were a kid at one point too.
Obviously, yes.
No, you just popped out of the room.
I popped out with this beard, fucking all us up.
It was just I think both of you have valid points, and it's just I think it's just something you guys can't. You agree to disagree.
I feel like it's everybody's cop out to blame society.
I'm not saying it's just society.
I agree that.
I will blame parents. I will blame parents as well. We have very bad parenting system.
That was my whole point.
But the question is, why are parents starting to be shitty and shittier? Look at the 50s and parents, and look at parents nowadays. And look at the society in the 50s, look at society nowadays. Completely 180s. You cannot say that society has not taken a big part in who people have become and the society that we've created. And the people we've created.
I think we've
because
created
the
society
80s,
by not being good parents.
If we went to World War, Vince, do you think half the country would go fight?
No.
Exactly. In 1941, did we go fight?
Not half the country.
A huge amount of the country went. Huge amount of the country went. And anyone that didn't was working for the fucking country. Okay? But would people do that nowadays? No. Why? Because we have a completely different society. We have a completely different moral ground in our country. Like, I will blame society for the way people are coming up. I will not blame them completely, but I will say society has created a huge problem in how people are raised and how people choose to raise. I mean, go look at Kardashian show. That's a perfect example. The mom is the best friends with the daughters. That's not how society should be but that's what we're teaching parents. Young parents. We have shows like 16 and Pregnant. What is that teaching people, Vince? That is what society does.
I think that your parent should be your friend, but not your best friend.
I don't think your parent should be your friend. Your parent is there to discipline you and make sure that you have what you need in life. Your parent is never your fucking friend.
To a point, though.
I agree, but your parent is not your friend. And when people start playing that game with their kid, it is a very dangerous game to play because then your kid thinks that... I've seen it happen time and time again, especially since I went to a private school, because I've seen a lot of parents be their friends with their kids. They start off with friends, they end up becoming best friends. Because it's like Mean Girls. You ever seen Mean Girls?
Yeah.
It's the same concept. All of a sudden you walk in your kid's room, oh, you want condoms? Like, no, this isn't.
No, but
look at the TV shows.
But again, that falls back on the parents.
Yeah, that's the parent.
It does, but look at what's... We're going to stop.
Society...
I'm going to get pissed.
Society is a mirror of parenting.
I
Parenting
think
has gone to shit.
I don't think it's just... I think society...
Teen moms. All that is proof that parenting has gone to shit.
And I think society has a big factor in that.
I think society is just a reflection of that.
I think they mirror each other. I think it's one reflects the other and the other one reflects the other. I don't think it's one or the other.
I think it creates a downward spiral, a domino effect.
I would agree with the domino effect.
See, society shows the images of how these parents are. And then by glorifying that, more people decide to be parents like that. And it just creates that downward spiral right down the toilet.
I'll agree with that. I think it's both sides, and I think that's a problem.
Only 2% of Americans joined the military in World War II.
How many worked for America?
Everybody, because they were coming out of the Depression and they needed jobs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that how many people actually worked.
But you look at it, more people joined the military percentage-wise for 9/11 than they did in World War II.
Yeah, but look at the population in the United States.
No, so I said percentage-wise.
Yeah.
A percentage of the population. Nearly 3% joined in for September 11th versus the 2%.
But no one would fight a war like we have now, like they did in World War II. No one would do it anymore.
Because we don't have a clearly defined enemy at this point.
No, because America is too... They're not willing to risk their lives for something that's bigger than themselves. I really don't think America is. I don't think most of America is willing to sit there and be like, I will give my life for my fucking country. If there's a world war, I don't think it would happen. I mean, go look at our society. Go look at people in society. How many people at St. Leo University do you think would pick up a rifle tomorrow if there was a world war and go fight?
Like, I could only think of like four people.
And that's sad. That's sad to me. Like,
and 3 of them are probably sitting at this table.
Yeah.
But that's our country, and that's...
I can think of 5, and 3 of them are sitting at this table.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Ryan and Alderman.
But that kills me, because it's like, hey, this is our country.
Holy shit.
Huh.
In World War II, the enlisted only got $71.33 a month.
I'm surprised they even got that much. What did they get in Vietnam?
That's a good question.
Because I think they got paid like complete shit.
Well, because technically Vietnam wasn't a war.
It was a conflict.
Well,
same thing with Afghanistan.
That's why we've never lost a war.
That's why we haven't lost Afghanistan. Because it's a conflict. It's not a war.
Yeah, we were invited, weren't we?
In Afghanistan.
And then we invaded Iraq.
Which is a war.
Yeah.
So when it's a conflict, you sort of have to follow...
Even though we do call it the Vietnam War.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see.
Which is a high school educational
Damn, we got really heated right there. I'm sorry, Vince.
It's all right. I still think
you know what? Like the more I've drinking, I think the more I've drinking, the sober I've gotten. I'm serious. Like, look how much is left.
That scientifically works. He's had half a bottle of wine at this point. How many Coronas did you have?
3, 4.
Why can I not find out how much they made?
Who cares?
All right, whatever. In Vietnam, they made $1. I don't know. Holy crap, we're right almost at 2 hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's like a 4-hour upload on YouTube.
Man, it's going to take longer than that. It's probably going to take me all night.
Your wife's pissed.
No, she'll understand. It's all good. Well, I guess we should go ahead and sign off now, considering we've hit the 2-hour mark.
Holy shit.
All right, Rich, do you want to throw anything out before we let this go?
It's dark outside.
No, I'm pretty good. Just, I mean, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you got my handle.
That's at Bennett_Rich.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, you got anything else to add before we sign off?
Sorry for the drunken charades. I do not rate my dog for the 110th time.
Oh, that'll never
And
grow old.
I'll be sober next time. Probably not.
No promises. You can reach him at PBandJib3. That's PBANDJIB3. Go ahead, Rich.
I think we should make make him once a month. Just get him really smashed.
I'll do drunk history for y'all.
That scares the
We'll
shit
do
out
a
of me.
drunk history show. Oh my gosh.
That would be-
That's a
On
good
that
idea.
note, you can catch me at Superfan Podcast. As always, check out our Facebook, facebook.com/Superfan Chronicles. Also, superfanchronicles.castme.fm. Catch us on iTunes and YouTube. Just search for Superfan Chronicles, and we'll be on there as well. Thank you, everybody. It was great. Everybody say goodbye.
Bye. That was gay.